Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you are. Oh, I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see. Where you are, though you are meant to be. dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you are, though I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you
Wants to slow down midfield. Raptor gonna take control, leaving it for MJ. MJ with a double tap opportunity. And he gets it! MJ!
Trying to find another touch here, gets it around for Chance. Ren gets another touch around Remzik. Maybe one man back.
Oh,
A good spam from Samuel. An insane redirect.
And go time, popping it up. Is anyone there? Suffer challenges. Suffer with a miss. Just Eli back. Dicky, getting it over top. And Low Ballers take the TV Grand Finals. Give it up for Low Ballers.
Cosmic slowly going towards the backboard as it pops over everyone, and Bone's able to get a shot off here. No, he's not getting the touch. And Cosmic with the boost that he needs, popping it over and it's straight center.
Let's give it up for your Division D champions, Ball Chasers.
Try to get that one. Raptor, he's gonna try to get a 50, not able to. Jai, he's gonna beat Ivor. He's gonna turn on this one. And Unlimited Aura is going to Brazil.
Give it up for your Dipsy champions, Rising Stock.
Almost. So next goal might be right here. Red Wizard followed by Squilliam. And 12 seconds left on the clock. Your Division B champions, Honey Nut.
No one's actually challenging. He was able to get that boost for free. We needed someone from Super Soldiers to go early, as this one does drop down. Ceiling shot is gonna be there, and Remzik doing what he does best. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Division 8 champion, Acrobatic Aura.
What's cracking, DCRL folks? After a long break and after a lot of no Rocket League streams other than the midterm update, we are officially back, freshest to go. We got a pretty good series cooking tonight. We got a few pretty good series cooking tonight. We got 2 Div A games, and the wrap up tonight we got 1 Div B game. But before we start talking about those guys, I'd like to introduce my fellow co-caster here tonight, Bean Chalupa. How's it going, man?
Howdy, y'all. I mean, it's going pretty good, man. It's back to be on the, I shouldn't say the casting couch, but the casting couch. It's great to be back here, man.
Honestly, dude, it's been really long. I mean, I know it's only been a week. I know it hasn't been super duper long, but you know, we're back. We're back. I can't really complain about that. And as a little special, reintroductory to the season, I gave a little fun shave here. We got a strip going right down the neck here. Got some triangles rocking, so we're looking good on our first day back. We're rocking, dude. We're doing so good.
You're looking schmexy as always, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into these first team stats here. Shoot over to this Div A team standings. So obviously Div A, Despicable Me is looking like they're running this league a little bit here. A lot of league leading stats, but we're not going to talk about them anymore. We got Sigma Gooners and Los Jefes. Los Jefes being 3-1, just below that Despicable Me's team, and then Sigma Gooners not looking too hot on the start of the season. Quite opposite of Despicable Me's, 0-5. But they are league leading in shooting percentage. So I mean, at least they're doing a little bit better than Los Jefes in that field. But I mean, regardless, looks like this should be a very predictable match. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'm caster cursing and maybe I'm pulling a little bit of K tool here. But I can't say much. But is there really anything that stands out to you here, Chalupa?
Oh, right now, not a ton. Obviously, we're seeing the shooting percentage. Los Jefes are the second lowest. That mostly that's probably because they're one of the top shooting teams in this league right now with 9.3 shots per. Was that per game or series? That's per game, right?
Yep, these are all per game.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. 9.33 shots per game comparatively to the rest of the league, which is an average of about 7 probably. That's a pretty significant jump comparatively to the average. So obviously they're putting up a lot of pressure for these teams, and eventually pressure does make people crack, and that could be one of the deciding factors here in this game. And with Sigma Gooners, their shots complete opposite in this story. They have a 5.53 shots here per game, and it's just they're not putting enough pressure, and they're probably on the defensive end more likely than not. So either they need to up their offensive game, up that pressure, or they need to be able to clear out the pressure on defense more.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you can always have shots, but if you're not putting them in the back of the net, what are they worth? But anywho, we're going to shoot over to some individual team stats here. First, we got Sigma Gooners. Obviously, like I said, 0-5 here. And we see a little bit of red here, but we'll brush past that here in a second. Obviously, led by Parker, little Dcrl guru here, doing pretty good for himself. And then followed by Silk and Mitch. And I will say, it is a little surprising that their third man is the highest scoring on this team here. I know he has that league leading 43% shooting in red there. So you can't complain about that. I guess that kind of benefits it. But especially since he's a third man, that's kind of a weird little coincidence there. But I mean, regardless, Parker putting up 0.84 shots or goals a game, and then Silk a little bit on the lower end here with 0.42 goals a game. I hope to see him scoring a few here because I feel like once he can really get engaged in a play, he can benefit this team greatly. And by benefit, I mean give them a few wins here. But I mean, other than that, I mean their stats are looking really good. They're just not quite able to put the goals in the back of the net when needed.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty similar in these stats. Obviously, Parker having the highest goal participation on this team. He has 0.84 and 0.58 assists, which is just under Silk's assist and just barely under Mitch's goals, even though Mitch has 0.87. the rest of these stats, obviously we were talking about the shooting percentage. Mitch having 43%, that is league leading, and that is significantly higher than the rest of the league. The rest of the league is probably averaging around 30. So when he does get his chance on putting shots on net, he is able to deliver on those shots. And it seems like Parker is able to evade a lot of the demos, and Mitch is the one initiating on those demos. So maybe if they're able to capitalize more on the demos, maybe they might be able to, from before, relieve that pressure and to be able to score more.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to quickly shoot over to Los Jefes here because it looks like we're going to try to get this thing on the road here. We're inviting people, but if you guys just want to briefly cover these guys here.
Yeah, right. So we got Los Jefes going 3-1 right now. Really good. Samuel, Chewy, and Scout. Scout being on KBM. There aren't many KBM users in Rocket League right now, but I mean, he's obviously still kicking it in this. Samuel having 1 goal per game, which is really nice for his team, being that backbone on the offense. Chewy having the highest assists here. And all around, these stats are looking really equal here. Besides the saves, obviously Samuel being one of the best defensive men here in Div A with 1.6 saves, which is just insane. Just going back to the LAN, the previous LAN that we were at, Samuel being that backbone for after being a sub for Super Soakers. He was able to be that defensive brick wall that they needed. Shots pretty even, and the shooting percentage, I mean, they have really high demos too. 1.21 and 1.27.
Oh yeah.
Ace, and they're not getting demo too. So all around, great stats here.
Yeah, indeed. No, very good all around, and obviously their record speaks to that. But quick shout out to Simi. Thank you for that tier 1 sub. Greatly appreciate it, man. Love the help with the Dcrl behind the scenes stuff. Really, really appreciate it, man. I'll make sure to send you a little bit of kiss later. But anywho, looks like these guys are all in here, and we're gonna shoot back to Div A standings. And I got a question for you, Chalupa. What is your prediction for this series?
I mean, I don't think I can go against the stats here. Los Jefes are really dominant right now, and it just seems like Sigma Gooners are outclassed here in this matchup. So I'm guessing that Los Jefes is going to win this in, we'll say, 4 games.
Fair enough. No, I might have to go again with you here. As boring as I want to be, I'm gonna have. You know what? Screw it. I'll go against you. I'll say Sigma Gooners in 5. They're gonna take their first one this series here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Anywho, we got everyone loaded in here. We're gonna get rolling. Bingo, bango, bongo. Hopefully everything is gonna be all good here. But who knows? There's gonna be a little bit of scuff. But anyway. First match back here, Sigma Gooners, Los Jefes, a little bit of Dcrl action, and we see almost a good shot coming on here from Los Jefes to start it off here, but yeah, no, I think Los Jefes are definitely going to have a little bit of a challenge in this series. I know Sigma Gooners' record doesn't really speak for it, but they're looking for their first win. They're going to be sending everything in the house at this team here, so they're really coming for a win.
Yeah, and starting off right away, it's staying on the half of Sigma Gooners. And a little bit of a miss there from Samuel, which is a little unfortunate. It's centered straight over their net, but Chewy is able to bring it into the corner safely. Mitch getting the nice contest, maybe able to get a read off of this with Scout clearing it out in the middle. I mean, right now at the start, it's pretty even. They're just going back and forth, but we'll see with a nice shot from Parker, almost putting it straight in. That was almost a beautiful shot there.
Yes, indeed. We see a little bit of back and forth action coming up from both these teams here. Might have been just because, trying to figure out names and everything. But, yeah, I mean, like what I had said, it's not a lot of, single individual possessions here. It's just kind of a lot of back and forth for now. But, again, I mean, game 1 is always going to be a feel-out game for a team regardless of division. You always got to make sure to see, what the other team's doing, what their play style is like, and, obviously capitalizing and adapting to their play style as the game goes on. But we see a little bit of Sigma Gooners pressure here. Not quite able to capitalize. Silk almost getting a shot on here. I didn't even see who that was on there with a little missed shot here. But, yeah, again, just a little bit of more back and forth here starting out in this game 1.
Yeah, and right away, this is a lot more pressure than I was expecting coming from Sigma Gooners. So who knows? Maybe they've been listening on the stream and they were trying to take those pointers out. But going back into the position of Los Jefes, Scout with a nice flick, but Parker able to safely put it over to his corner. Mitch with no boost. Barely able to get a hit as Mitch grabbing it back 50 off of Scout. Silk might be able to read this out. It's straight over towards the middle as Scout nice and calmly catches it. Scout might get a nice shot here. Ooh, and Mitch is not able to catch it. Scout with the first goal of the series.
Yes, indeed. Just good a little maintaining here. Mitch not quite able to read this. Scout 50 here. Maybe he was trying to play a little bit past it, thought he was going to get a little flick. Unfortunately, Scout did not have the boost, which honestly I think benefit him in the long run here. But regardless, Los Jefes up one about halfway through this game here. 2:35 left. And Sigma Gooners, I definitely think that they're holding off. And we see almost an open net attempt here. Samuel is back though. But I mean, as I was saying, it almost looks like Sigma Gooners are putting up pretty good pressure, just not quite able to capitalize. So they can keep doing this, just kind of capitalizing. Oh my God, what a fake by Chewy. Yeah, if they're able to capitalize on this offensive pressure they're putting up so far in the series, I think they'll be really good.
Yeah, they're looking really strong right now. They just need to be able to finish out those possessions. As Parker might get a solo play off of here, not able to control it. Samuel putting it straight into the net, getting the double off of the crossbar, and putting the second score for Los Jefes here.
Yes, indeed. Just great positioning, great plays. You hear that brand new Rocket League crossboard ding on that first shot here, but he was able to follow up, put that second goal in here to give him a nice little comfortable cushion with 2 minutes left here. And again, Sigma Gooners gotta be able to put that shots in the back of the net. I haven't really looked to see how many shots they're actually putting up, but I mean, regardless, I think they can do it. They just got to be a little bit more aggressive with that second and or a third man here. Yeah, we got a minute 45 left, still plenty of Rocket League time. Rocket League time, obviously, infamously goes a lot slower than, regular time, so anything can happen in this game.
Going back to that crossbar ping, I feel like more times than not, I feel like it makes me feel worse about myself just from the fact that it's like a ping and it's like the game is telling you that you're bad, Yeah. Unless you can read it off the crossbar or it goes bar down. But more likely than not, it's just like you're bad. That's what it feels like. And as I'm talking, a nice shot from Samuel with the crossfield shot. Chewy with the assist. Beautiful shot from Samuel straight into the open net.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, I know I had said earlier that Sigma Gooners just kind of need to capitalize on the attempts, but it almost looks like that Los Jefes is doing exactly that, but catching maybe Sigma Gooners off a little bit on these defensive rotations here. Maybe the first few of them were a little bit lucky, but I mean, they're able to adapt, but that's whatever. Anyway, Silk is back for a pretty good save here. Silk taking control. Samuel off the back wall. Can he get something to go here? Mitch says not today. Chewy is waiting center field with boost. Can he get a flick around one? Does kind of get a flick around one. Gets it around Mitch here. Doing some fancy little wall dash around the corner here. And Scout's tossing. That was a great play by Chewy. But, Sigma Gooners able to capitalize.
40 seconds here with 3 goals. It's going to be really hard for Sigma Gooners to be able to win this game. They just need to recuperate here and go into game 2 next. 30 seconds left. Silk on the ball. Might be able to get the read off. A little bit off as he bumps Samuel, and Parker's able to capitalize and get the open net. And they're up. Well, not up, but they're able to get a goal off in this game 1.
Yes, indeed. Obviously, having 1 goal is better than none goals, obviously. But no, I mean, nice little momentum boost for Sigma Gooners. 22 seconds, running a little bit low on time. But, again, anything can happen here. Maybe that's all that they needed. As you see, Silk bumped over that center boost here. He does grab it. I don't know why the boost thing didn't bump right away. But anyway, Scout in the air, trying to get an air dribble around Parker. Parker with low boost, gets a 50 away. Samuel is up early, though, gets a read up the corner. We still have to score 2, but I feel like this is going to be wraps on game 1 for Los Jefes.
Still in the air. They might be able to get another score before the game ends. Scout catches it, and Parker was like, no. Let's go into game 2 without that goal going in. Yeah, just without that ball going into our goal.
I was going to say, there's like, just end it. Just end it.
Yeah. Oh, man. These teams, I mean, it looked pretty evenly matched, but Los Jefes were able to finish it a lot more often than not. Looking at the saves here, they're all even 2, 2, and 2, while Sigma Gooners only had 3 in total. Los Jefes are looking a lot more, I guess they're a little bit more consistent just in general, and that's the game of Rocket League. The more consistent you are, I mean, it goes to like any video game, I guess. The more consistent you are, the higher rate you be. But right now, they're just a better team.
True, but ready up, cuh. Making people look
mad.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Good. No, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, no, like you had said, I mean, consistency is key, especially, you know, in Rocket League. In all games, it obviously helps that, you know, you're consistent with stuff. But, I mean, especially on the defensive side of things, being able to have 2 saves all around means your rotations are on point. Not one person is going to be carrying the team. And I mean, obviously, you always want somebody to have an absurd amount of goals at just, you know, like maybe like a peak game. But I think almost a more important stat is having universal, you know, saves. As you see, an unfortunate crossbar ding coming out from Sigma Gooners on an open net. Oh my God, you know, as time goes on, I'm becoming more and more of a fan of this crossbar ping, dude, because it's a slow burn, man.
Yeah, I was just telling you, it makes you feel like you're bad. You're like, man, I'm just missing it, and the game is telling me, no, you did make it, man. Come on. A little bit more on this update. There's a few more things that they've added into the private match too, like unlimited flips. If you didn't know that, you can do that as a nice little modifier. As Silk able to put it in for Sigma Gooners, as we're talking about the modifiers here in game 2 and scoring.
Yeah, Parker got very, very lucky here. Didn't get the unfortunate crossbar ding, but he had both of his teammates there. One of them low boost. Able to, I don't even see if that was a pinch goal in, but able to give them the lead for the first time here in this series. As you see, almost a quick response, but what a save by Mitch. Chewy is up to recover off this read here. Mitch is in the goal. Doesn't quite get a good enough clear. Silk is going to go for a little squishy save here, but Scout able to capitalize, slicing it to the back right corner.
A little unfortunate from Silk. He might have been able to cut it, but Scout is there to finish the ball straight into the right side. Perfect placement, and is able to tie it up for them. And yeah, I don't know. That was just a little bit of a misplay, but I mean, that's all right. Those always happen.
Yeah, no, I think Sigma, oh my God, what an almost read here. Unfortunate little touch here from Silk. Another shot on from, this is all of Sigma Gooners half, I want to say. They all got a shot there. Nice little stat pad there. You see Scout trying to get something bottom left here. Parker is back though. I think it was wide left regardless. And Mitch is on the sidewall here, tries to get a read. Chewy is up to get away. Mitch, center field, gets it over to the wall. Chewy picks up the center boost, doesn't quite get a touch there. See Chewy still on the ball. Silk trying to get a booming clear. Mitch, can he get the read on here? Not before Scout touches it away. And we see some low boost coming off from both these teams here, and which may be, you know, the culprit for not doing any super crazy plays. But you know, what can you do when you're being drained? And you see Parker coming flying in, I want to say with no boost, giving them the 1-goal lead.
I mean, Parker had just enough boost to be able to get straight to the ball, and another shot that's perfectly placed. No one's able to reach it. Scout was almost there, but just a little bit shy. A few pixels off.
Oh no.
Samuel.
Oh no.
Getting the kickoff goal, and they're just answering back here in game 2. Oh my goodness.
I think Sigma Gooners are allergic to holding a lead, genuinely, because I think they've gotten scored on again within like 30 seconds both times. So hey, Sigma Gooners, you play offense, but you got to play defense too. Just saying. But anyway, 2-2 with about little under 3 minutes left here. Scout trying to get a read on one here. Mitch clearing it away. Parker is up. Can he get a good read on this? Kind of does. Not before Chewy gets there with a little to no boost. She's still clearing it away, not allowing Samuel to get that little one-timer here. Parker going for a read out the corner. Gets the read out the corner. Is anybody there to capitalize? Not quite. Mitch is with low boost. Chewy is advancing fast. But a nice little backflip from Chewy here. Tactical here. And Parker with a diving super heroic save. Goes off the backboard here. Silk is on. Gets a nice little cut around one. Samuel, is he back to get the touch? And he is.
Yeah, I love watching these Div 8 games just because, I get to see some mechanics that I'm not really used to seeing when I play ranked, obviously. Just see the wall dash that Chewy does, just to get a little bit extra boost and a little bit more unpredictability is just awesome to see here. But going over 2 minutes remaining, Chewy might be able to read it off the corner for his team. Parker popping it over Scout, as he might be able to get an air dribble over Samuel, maybe get it in a double with no boost. A little unfortunate. He was almost perfectly positioned for that. Samuel, no boost, not able to hit it. Scout bailing him out as Parker might be able to shoot it, but Chewy there for the save. Still getting a soft touch over towards Samuel as Mitch gets the nice and easy one. Maybe able to get it to his team. Ooh. Scout with the fake! Almost able to pick out 2. And with the 50, Samuel might be able to get it for this team, but it's safe in their corner.
Indeed. Chewy is on there. Didn't quite get the unfortunate crossbar ping. I'm just going to be looking forward to this crossbar ping, dude. it happens so frequently. It's so surprising. But anyway, Parker takes over with low boost. Chewy tries to do something here. He is with boost. Doesn't quite get the shot on, though. Silk is back with boost. Trying to get the save here. Not before Chewy bumps him out of the way. And Samuel with a good shot on. Little wide right, though. Parker on the ball with boost. I keep saying with boost a lot. I think that's a big emphasis in this game here, especially since, you know, it's either 0 boost or 100 boost. But regardless, Silk picks up the side boost. Boost, boost, boost. Off the wall. Gets a nice little pass center down. But nobody's there to capitalize before Samuel booms it over the other half. Ooh! Almost a crazy double. Oh, open net.
Yeah.
No, he missed!
Oh, no! I don't think he had enough. Did he have enough boost there? Oh, Parker might get the shot here and get the lead for Sigma Gooners here. 24 seconds remaining. Chewy, the unfortunate touch. And the demo there. What was that? Was that a demo on Mitch? Yeah,
I don't even know if it was a demo. All I saw was that Parker kind of came through, bumped the main defender. I think that threw Chewy off the sidewall there. Wasn't quite able to get the correct read on it, and you know, Parker just a quick turnaround, able to put them up 1 with like 22 seconds left. You see Parker on the ball again. Doesn't quite go for the double here. 13 seconds left, up by 1. Sigma Gooners looking for their first win of this series. Here we go, 0-5. I don't even know what I'm saying now, but Mitch with a risky little touch here. Chewy on the ball with low boost. Mitch decides to kill it. Not quite in time though. Parker off the backboard. Is anybody up for Samuel? Puts it in! Top bids tying the game with 0 seconds.
Mitch was just a little bit too fast on that drop. And it popped up last second and Samuel able to save the game for overtime for his team. Wow, what a shot from Samuel.
Yeah, I mean, right place, right time from Samuel. I saw the momentum cook in there. I was like, oh my God, they're going to do it. And hey, my statement still holds. Sigma Gooners can't hold the lead for more than 30 seconds. And obviously it was proved there in a very, very unfortunate way for them. But we see a demo coming out here. Almost an own goal from Samuel, or maybe that's Simi. My bad, didn't mean to slander your name here. But Chewy, flick over 1. Parker is up. Gets a read off the sidewall here. Scout is able to recover with no boost though in the corner. Gets a touch around 1. He does pick up boost, never mind. Parker gets a clear over the other side of the field.
Chewy, unfortunate touch. Actually getting the read off of Mitch, and it's straight over towards the Sigma Gooners side. Silk may be able to read this, but the 2 people of Los Jefes are able to be there.
Oh!
Hopping it over 1. Oh! No, the own goal!
That's so unfortunate. I was going to say, I want to say that it went up the crossbar too. Got the little... Oh my God! The ding sound of the crossbar into the own goal in overtime. That is so unfortunate. Oh my God. But what a comeback from Los Jefes.
Oh man, no. That is such an unfortunate way to lose overtime. Oh man, they were doing so well too. I mean, right now, they're looking a lot better than they did game 1, obviously. They were putting up pressure, and they were scoring goals. That was just an unfortunate last play.
Yeah, I'm almost speechless. Like, what a play from Los Jefes, able to not only get the 0-second crazy goal, top bins, but, you know, a nice little crossbar ding in overtime. And a potential, I guess, I don't know if that was necessarily an own goal, but... maybe you could have had the save,
it was
but
popping out.
Was it?
It was popping out.
That's so unfortunate, dude. That's, oh my God. Well, I mean, hey, Sigma Gooners, I will say, total hope isn't lost. You just got a reverse sweep for your first win now. No biggie.
Yeah. Fine. It's happened before. It's happened multiple times actually last semester, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
But going into this elimination game, they might be on edge. I mean, elimination's always scary here. We'll see if they're able to handle the pressure.
Yes, indeed. You see a nice little bank clear coming out from Chewy here. Silk is on the ball with boost, a little bit of boost here. Chewy gets a bump on Silk. Samuel taking over, side flips, tactical fake here. Gets it off the corner. Is anybody up? Silk is up. Gets a nice little touch here. Another crossbar ding. Not able to put it in though, and Silk comes through with the save. Riding off the bar here. Samuel, can he get back in time? Mitch is there. And a banger pass from Silk into the Mitch score. Again, giving him that 1-0 lead.
Beautiful play there coming from Sigma Gooners as they are able to capitalize on them being a little bit too overextended. Those Jefes were getting a little bit too jump happy there. They were like, the ball's right in front of the goal. Let's score it. And everyone committed. And it was just an open net for Sigma Gooners, and they were able to capitalize well.
Yeah, indeed. You see another little kickoff here. Sigma Gooners able to hold this lead here. Mitch grabs the center boost. Chewy gets a weird little 50 here. Unfortunately, Silk wasn't quite there fast enough. We see a great shot on coming out from, I didn't even see who that was, but just a little wide left here. Samuel going for something mechy here. Doesn't quite able to get the touch. Scout off the corner. Parker is back though. Oh my God, what a save from him. That was almost an own goal. Almost sketchy, but you know, sometimes you know, those hitboxes help. But Mitch is up with no boost before Chewy decides to send it the other way.
Oh, almost with the pinch feed off of Samuel. Almost sliding it straight past their team. But just by the thread of the needle, they were able to get out of there. Oh man, that was close for Sigma Gooners, but it popped out. Chewy might be able to get an aerial play, popping it over. Parker getting the 50. Scout might be able to get the touch off, but Mitch able to pop it out. Ooh, a little bit of an unfortunate 50 there from their own teammate. Chewy might be able to get the shot, popping it over. Ooh. Oh, nobody's able to read that. With the read off the wall, trying to pop it over to his teammates, but Samuel is there to counter it. So get in the. What a save from Chewy. I don't even. Was it Chewy? No, it was Scout.
Both
of them there, able to read it.
Do it.
Mitch almost getting the nicest double in this series. Whew, it's getting heated, and also your statement is false now, actually.
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say, perhaps the Sigma Gooners, they're holding their lead. Oh my God! I mean, not even mean to bash them, but you know, maybe they'll hate me for this. But regardless, Sigma Gooners still up 1 with 2:15 left. Parker is bumped off the ball. Nice little clear coming out here from Scout. Mitch on the back, trying to get a clear. He kind of does. Parker doesn't quite get the read here. Almost a great shot by Samuel. Mitch does read it on the other end though with low boost. Chewy is gonna ride it up the backboard here. Clears it to the other end. Silk on the ball, doesn't quite get the touch here. Scout going for a big demo. Is Chewy able to get to the ball here? Not quite in time. Mitch takes over. That is Mitch. Yep. Silk behind him with no boost.
That is Mitch, yes.
Parker up in the air trying to go for something here. Little read off the corner, pinch to center. Chewy gets it away though. And again, I think we're seeing a little bit of back and forth here again. But you know, I mean, I think it's a good back and forth. Though you see a crazy shot here, but Parker diving in for the save.
Yeah, obviously the back and forth is Sigma Gooners not wanting to lose this game, and Los Jefes, I guess, also wanting to get the sweep.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's just back and forth. They don't want to get scored on again because that'll put them down 2, and getting down 2 isn't the greatest in 3v3 Rocket League. It might not be too bad in 1s, maybe 2s, but 3s, it's a little bit harder to score, I feel.
Oh, no.
And having that cushion there, no! Los Jefes able to capitalize there, and it's just an open net for Samuel. What a pass from Chewy.
I was gonna say, what a great read by Chewy, and what great positioning by I want to say it was Scout there, just able to, you know, be in the right place, be in the right time. I didn't see if it was Scout or Samuel. Sorry, I don't know how to read.
Samuel
really,
scored that.
Samuel, sorry, I didn't mean to slander your name here, but yeah, I mean, just good positioning by them. But we have tied 1-1, a little less than a minute left here. Chewy tries to get a play here before Parker says not today. A little bit of confusion maybe on here on Los Jefes' end. Oh my God, words. I'm just gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking.
Oh man, yeah, that was just a little bit of a dub.
I'm a little rusty.
What was it? Oh, is it 30 seconds left? Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize the time.
Yeah.
It's still tied 1-1. We could go into overtime here. Parker popping it out and Chewy cutting him off. Might be able to bump Silk off of the wall. Silk with the unfortunate touch. And it just floats over to Scout. And now Los Jefes here trying to eliminate Sigma Gooners this series. I guess not eliminate, but
yeah.
Make them lose.
I mean, Los Jefes I've seen have done just a great job capitalizing on Sigma Gooners only having one or nobody back. Obviously, if they have nobody back, it's just an open net. But they've done a really good job at catching the defense lacking, catching them out of rotations. And I mean, Div A is where you will get, punished for even the slightest mistakes. You see almost a crazy shot here coming out from Samuel. Mitch, does he have a free net here? One back, isn't quite able to get the touch here. And Chewy is going to hold it up in the air. Can they keep it in the air? Parker is back, keeps it up. Mitch with low boost does also keep it up. Is an open net attempt here. Scout is on the ball here. Double commit here on the ball. Not quite able to put it in. Clear back over to Sigma Gooners half. Parker with low boost. Can he get back to the ball? He does. Picked up the full boost. Parker is still back here with boost. Samuel trying to keep it up. Oh my god, how's the ball still up? Will it drop here? I don't even know what's going on. No!
Everybody wants to keep it up. Oh, Los Jefes.
Man.
3-0 sweep. Oh man, those last two games were so unfortunate for Sigma Gooners.
Yeah, I mean, as much as they flipped a switch there toward the end, they really started to turn it up, but not quite enough. Los Jefes able to catch them lacking. Gave them a little bit of an opportunity there towards the end, but overall came out to be the winners and, gave Sigma Gooners the 6th of their season.
Yeah, it was a great game to watch, just the back and forth, especially that second game. Throughout the entire regular, obviously the ending wasn't what we expected, but that's how the game goes. If you're, I mean, you just take those, you just take the wins that you can. But Los Jefes were just a little bit better here. Sigma Gooners were outmatched here.
Yeah, without further ado here, we just dragged these guys in here for a winner's interview. Los Jefes coming back from a little spring break and a little void in Dcrl. How does it feel to get the 3-0 sweep here?
I mean, great.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I guess first question here, I'll shoot over to Samuel, the captain of this Los Jefes team. I know in that second game here, obviously you guys ended up winning in regulation in pretty dominant, I wouldn't say necessarily super dominant fashion, but pretty convincing fashion. Able to, regardless of the lead that they had, number of scores that they had, you were able to put it in. But that second game here was a little bit of a little bit of a butt clencher, I guess you could say. You put a little top bin action at 0 seconds. What was going through your head when that happened? And was it kind of nerve-wracking or?
Nah, it's always exciting getting those 0-second goals. Just keeping composure into overtime. That's what gave us the win. So. Fair
enough. And I guess I'll shoot one over to the second man here, Chewy. I know. I think we were looking at your stats, and everybody on your team seems super well-rounded. I mean, it's nothing's like super hardcore crazy carry, and obviously your record shows that you guys are 3-1. Was that just kind of like an initial team chemistry thing where you guys just kind of clicked right away, or was that something that you guys kind of had to work for?
I think it kind of fell into place because, as everyone knows, Scout's the GOAT. I mean, he's keeping up.
Amen.
It's light for him. It's light work for him. So, I mean, you can do pretty much everything Sam and I can do, so it makes sense we're all even.
Fair enough. And I guess, Bean, do you have any questions for these guys?
I'll shoot one over to Scout. Obviously that game one, it was going pretty back and forth and there weren't a ton of scoring. But when you did get that solo play, what was going throughout your mind? Was there like a focus where you're like, I'm gonna be scoring this very first one, or was there like what happened throughout that?
I really just wanted to show off against Parker. Going in Sixers, he has taken my my lead, and I wanted it back. So it felt so good until I completely biffed that flick. Somehow ended up with the goal at the end.
Fair enough.
Fair enough here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess one more question before we send you guys off here. As I always do. Not Rocket League related. Hypothetically speaking, if you were to go out to dinner, right? The very attractive server gives you the menu, and you're reading through, and all of a sudden you see two options, right? Of these two, which one would taste better? The number 7 or a saxophone? Or the sound of a saxophone?
What?
Saxophone.
The saxophone all the way.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Smooth jazz.
Oh,
You heard it
my.
here first, folks. These guys are big saxophone people, as I think I would be in that situation. But, anywho, congratulations on coming back strong this week 6, 3-0 sweep, and hope you guys have as much luck the rest of the season, and finish out these second half of the regular season strong.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Enjoy your night, fellas.
Okay, wrong screen here. Wrong screen. But anywho, very good first series of this, comeback coming through Dcrl. I'm still knocking up, dude. I feel so rusty. Oh my god, it's crazy what a week can do to a guy. But anywho,
It's all right, man.
first series done. I guess Los Jefes sweeped Sigma Gooners, delivering them their 6th loss of the season. Unfortunate, but stay tuned. We're gonna be right back with some more Div A action. We'll review those teams here in a second, although they will be reviewed here during the intermission screen. But I guess stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
I see a world behind them. No more time, sinking into the silence, reaching out for something you may never find, looking for a reason not to lose your mind. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Neon signs flicker away forever. Cross state lines, we could be lost together. Reaching out for something you may never find, looking for a reason not to lose your mind. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know. Feel like you're caught in a world you don't belong to, praying that you'll make it home. I know you're scared that the place you love is gone. Don't fear what you do not know.
Wasting time on my own. All the places you said we go. All this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go.
What's going on, fellow Rocket League members? Yet again, we are back. We are ready for another Div A series here. We got Kawhi Leonard and Cooked. And I'm not even going to introduce him because he doesn't deserve it, and he's already been here. So
Hey! You take that back.
Yeah, we got Bean back on the desk here, still watching. Appreciate that, Chewy. I appreciate that. But yeah, we got some more Div A action here. Kawhi Leonard versus Cooked, and we're still rocking the nice little trim here. I just went on a screen there for a second, but one thing that I wanted to
show that off every time.
I am. I gotta. I should grow it out again, Loki. I should. I don't know if any of you have seen me with like facial hair. I will say I have classes with Braden, aka Remzik, and he approves. He said I should grow it out again. So, just saying. But anyway, one thing I did want to cover the first stream. I don't know if many of you know, but I've been printing off some stuff because I have a 3D printer. So, the OG was Blastoise here. Got Blastoise. He's pretty cool. And then I just recently finished this guy, the even bigger version of Charizard. My other one
I have no
went
idea
to,
what's happening, but I'm gonna react.
Yeah, no, I'm showing my big 3D prints here. And you know, of course, you know, I had Blastoise and Charizard, so I figured I got to get the third in here. So I'm currently working on this guy right here. This guy right here. I'm showing a Venusaur right now to Bean.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. And this thing is going to be huge. Like it's literally the size of my head. So it's going to be enormous. I'm printing off the leaves right over here for like the top of it. So that's going to be coming up soon. But anywho,
I'm ready.
Yeah, we got that stuff cooking. But again, that's besides the point. I needed to flex that a little bit. But again, we got some Div A action here. Kawhi Leonard and Cooked. So we're gonna shoot over to some Stataroonies here. I'm pretty sure I remembered to adjust everything. But again, Cooked and Kawhi Leonard. We have another kind of top and bottom type of seed gameplay here. Of course, my music stopped. Why wouldn't it stop? But anywho, Cooked 3-2, Kawhi Leonard 1-2. Both have 2 losses, and you might be wondering why Kawhi Leonard's only played 3 games. It's because they've had a few delays with their schedule. So we're still waiting on them, and believe it or not, this is pretty much the most up-to-date schedule, regardless of that prior game. But yeah, I mean, Cooked looking like they have some league-leading stats here with saves and save percentage. So those two kind of go hand in hand. That's always good to have. League-leading on the defensive end, so obviously a very defensive team. But everything else is looking pretty good. I wouldn't necessarily say middle of the field, but I mean everything is very well rounded for these guys. And then Kawhi Leonard, they're looking on a little bit lower end of stats here with 41.67% shooting percentage, or not shooting percentage, but winning percentage. Shooting percentage looking a tiny bit low, a little bit low on goals a game. They are tied with Los Jefes, so I mean you don't need to score too many goals in order to win games. But no, I mean nothing like super flashy about Kawhi Leonard. But, you know, Cooked obviously looking like their defense is kind of on clamps here. Anything really stand out to you here, Bean?
The one thing that I was looking at is the shots allowed compared to goals allowed between the two teams. So I see that both of them have around the same amount of shots allowed, with Kawhi Leonard having 8.61 and Cooked having 8.63. But the goals allowed is a lot larger of a gap, with 1.76 goals allowed and Kawhi having 2.56 goals allowed, which I think that's an insane stat line to have. I mean, even though you're having that many shots going straight to your net, you're only allowing less than 2 of those to go in. Like, that's insane. So that could be a determining factor here in this game. But we don't really know because Kawhi Leonard obviously hasn't really played that many games for Dcrl. So, I mean, maybe they've been working on their game like in the background. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, for sure. Anywho, we're gonna get into some individual stats here, and I just now realized that predictions closed very early. I did not do the math right. I'm not very good at math. So if somebody knows how to figure that out, if there's a mod or something in here that knows how to figure out how to just extend those, that would be great. But again, we're going to get into some individual team stats here. And for starters, we got Kawhi Leonard, 1 and 2, obviously led by Ren, followed by Shavin, and then Penn. So a nice little rhythm here, nice little rhymey on this team. Shavin just had like a little curveball that was thrown in there. But anywho, Ren leading this team in goals per game with 1 goal a game. That's a very, very good stat to have. Always like to be in the I guess you can say triple digits in this respect. It's always nice to have at least 1 goal a game. That means, obviously he's leading his team with the offensive pressure. He's either leading them or he's able to play that really good, strong second man here to follow up on those shot attempts. And then Shavin, we see him league leading in saves per game by a pretty significant margin on his team with 2.5 saves a game, which is a crazy stat to have. And obviously, not only that, but they are a very, very well-rounded defensive team here. Obviously, all above 1 or at or above 1 save a game. That's always good to see. That means their defensive rotations are going to be on lock. But kind of on the opposite side of that, you also have Penn with 0.58 goals a game. So not necessarily the most offensive person on his team, but still able to kind of carry his weight. He is getting those saves and he is getting those shots on net. Not 0.33, but 33% shooting percentage. So that is always a good thing to see there as well. Anything really stand out on these guys for you, Bean?
I mean, obviously saying that Shavin having 1.5 demos per game is pretty substantial. So he's probably zooming around the field, but he's also getting demoed a lot too. Maybe just for revenge, honestly. I wouldn't doubt that. I feel like some people would want that revenge demo. But also Penn having a little bit lower stats could also be because he was on I think he was on a 1 month long trip around Europe. Okay. Somewhere around. So he had a big break for Rocket League and he felt really rusty. So maybe after these past few weeks, he was able to get back warmed up and now he's ready to be primetime Penn. So right. I'm hoping for that this series. But other than that, pretty well-rounded team. Could do so myself. Indeed.
And we'll shoot over to Cooked stats here. They are 3 and 2. If you want to kind of cover these guys briefly.
So yeah, Cooked 3 and 2. They're led by Risser, which Risser is an amazing player. Obviously, having 1.16 goals per game. What you were talking about, you want to be in those quote-unquote triple digits of goals per game. It's always good to see your captain doing that, being the initiator on the offensive end. And obviously with a mechanical player like Risser, you'd want that. The other two having 0.68, 0.53 goals might not be the highest, but they're also putting up offensive numbers with the assists as well, with 0.53 and 0.74 respectively. Saves per game, pretty even. The only one that's somewhat of an outlier is Weevil, and that's still 1.4 saves per game, which is really good defensively, honestly. Shots per game, I mean, Risser's, I think, probably going to be the one that's mostly putting up the shots. And if he's not able to get the shots, there are people that are able to follow up, like Swamp Donkey, Weevil are able to follow up on those mechanical shots if he's able to get it past their team. And I didn't even look at it. He's league leading in demos also. So Risser's all over the field here, having 2.5 demos per game. That's an insane stat to have.
He is the Gray Skull of this league.
Yeah. But just looking at these stats, I think this is a pretty well-rounded team. And honestly, this could be a championship contender also.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, my roommate Swap Donkey, he is, directly above me here pretty much. Leading, not necessarily in goals, but I mean, everybody knows him as, kind of like the ground control guy. When he gets the chance to, he's not going to boom it. He's going to take the ball in his possession at any point. So definitely something to be watching out here, which is also why he's demoed the most on his team, is because the only way to really get around him is just to obliterate him. But yeah, Demos leading Risser is. I don't know why I said it like that, but I mean, again, like you had said,
Yes.
very well-rounded team, very good-looking teams here. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really. I mean, I think you covered it really well. Well-rounded teams. Obviously, Risser with 1.16 goals a game, so that's a good stat to have as well. I think. What was it? Yeah, Red had 1 goal a game. So it looks like these guys are scoring a tiny bit more goals per game. Maybe. I think their math is roughly similar, though. So maybe around 2.5 goals a game for this entire team. Obviously, we can go back to whatever division stats and see that. But yeah, no, 2 very, very close teams. And honestly, we're going to shoot back to the Division A stats here. I feel like, obviously, Kawhi Leonard has a few games lacking so far, so they got to get a few games in here. But without those games, we aren't really able to get a very accurate determination of how this series is really going to go. So this honestly might be a shot in the dark game. This might be a kind of a wild card as for just our predictions in general, which, again, I'm sorry that they closed early. I don't do math very well. I am an engineer, but math isn't my strong suit. But regardless...
What?
I wouldn't, and any project that I'm on in the future, just don't get involved with, because it's probably gonna fail.
Okay.
But anywho, yeah, what was it? Demo, I don't remember what stat I was looking for, but that's right, goals a game. What is it? Cooked with 2.37 and Kawhi Leonard with 2.33. So yeah, they're very, very close in goals per game. So again, this might be a shootout series. And before I send it to you, I'm going to put my prediction in. I think this will be a Game 5. I think this will be a Game 5. And I don't want to be that guy to go with the higher seed, but I also just want to go with my roommate homie Eric, aka Swamp Donkey. I feel like it's going to go Game 5 in their favor.
Okay. I mean, I think it's a Game 5. But I think I'm going to go against you here and say that Kawhi Leonard might be able to take over and give Cooked their 3rd loss, and they're able to be even on this series. I mean, both teams seem pretty evenly matched. Obviously, we don't really know a ton about Kawhi Leonard. They haven't really played a ton of games this season. But, I mean... it could honestly go either way on these 2 teams. So,
yeah,
I guess we'll just have to see on the field.
For sure. And looks like we have almost everybody in. I think we're missing 2 people on I don't even know what team. But yeah, we're slowly getting people in here, so we'll start up here, and it looks like everybody just joined.
They're there.
So that is very good. Make sure these guys are all ready. And we will get this this show on the road here. Just making some last little minute checks here. Bingo. Make sure that all the bots are turned off. I'm going to say, I don't think any of these guys are really joining in cams, which sucks. Because, we always like to see cams. I don't even know who this is. There's somebody in here who I don't even see. But yeah, we got nobody in cams, so that's always nice. But,
oh, no.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
But yeah, we're going to try to get this show on the... Oh, it's Penn. I don't know why Penn's freaking camera isn't looking at him, but...
Oh, that's Penn?
Apparently.
Okay.
So we might have to rock with it. So, yeah, I think everybody is pretty much ready here. So we're going to get the show on the road. Bingo,
Beautiful.
bango, bongo. Everything's looking good. Boom. We're gonna load it.
Just reminds me of the Fallout song.
It does kind of.
Bongo, bongo, bongo. I don't
Bingo,
want to leave
bango,
the Congo.
bongo.
Oh, no.
What are you doing, cuh? What are we doing, cuh? Oh, what's going on?
It sounds like
there we go. Now we got the 8th person in. Took a little bit. But we're starting up here.
Are they on console or something? What's going on here?
I don't know. No idea. No idea at all. Anywho, game 1 to this second Div A series here starting off here. We got no cams. That's always fun. But yeah, if you want to talk about just the maybe the stakes a little bit while this game starts, while I get stuff figured out.
Yeah, I mean, The stakes, I don't know what to go. This team's going back and forth already. I feel like there are some pretty mechanical players in here. Obviously Risser, and then Sren. I had to look that up. They are the Pulse team. I don't remember which one in specific, but I do know they are actually a part of
Bang!
Swamp Donkey able to put it straight in after Risser's, I think, flip reset.
Indeed.
Popping it over Shavin. And it's just in the net now. That's a beautiful play from Cooked.
Yes, indeed. Just really good positioning there from Swamp Donkey. Shout out to him, aka my roommate. But yeah, good positioning, but good play by Risser, able to get that, flip reset over one. Giving them a very early lead in this game here. I think it was at like 4:30 probably. So 30 seconds and already being up one goal, that's always a good cushion. But again, like we had said earlier, I wasn't really honestly sure which way this series is going to go, because Kawhi Leonard has a lackage in their games, and I don't really know what to say about that. But yeah, they're lacking in their games, and Cooked obviously looking like they had very similar stats compared to Kawhi Leonard's 3 games. So this could really go either way. But yeah, we're starting out with a little early back and forth action here, and Cooked obviously up 1.
I don't know if it's back and forth. I feel like, oh no! I feel like Cooked is putting up the pressure here, but I mean, Kawhi Leonard is finally getting some pressure relieved from them, but it's going straight back over towards their half as Risser might be able to read it up, but Ren with the squishy save, able to counter-attack over here, and not able to get the touch that he wanted. And now it's going more towards that back and forth, but right in the beginning, I feel like Cooked was just putting up the pressure, and they weren't even able to, get it out of their half.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I was like half paying attention too, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. But we see a nice little boom ball coming out here from Risser. Swamp Donkey is up early with no boost, not quite able to get the read off of Shavin here. Weevil does take over off the right side of the crossbar. I don't think he quite got the ping there, unfortunately, but we also hope and desire for every shot. But Weevil on the ball with low boost. Penn does take over, gets a big boom and clear. Swamp Donkey is up early, gets the read. Gonna stay on here. Ren, we know him. He's very mechanical here. He was actually apparently on a team that was, a lot of freestyle-y, mechy stuff here. So looking for some stuff out of coming up from it here. Almost got. Oh my goodness, Swamp Donkey doesn't quite get the 50 around the 2 defenders here. He would have had to weight room the heck out of that one. As you see Risser going for the aerial, and almost a great save by Risser. But who was that? I'm saying a bunch of random words now, but Risser able to put it in, giving him the 2-0 lead.
Nice control there from Risser, able to get just under Shavin to where he couldn't reach, but at the top of the goal, so that it was the best play shot possible. That was a beautiful shot from Risser, actually. Just showing his mechanical abilities as Swamp. Maybe able to get a flip reset goal! Onto, I don't know, who was that, Penn?
Was that?
I never expected to
Oh, what? Swamp Donkey doing an aerial play? That's unheard of. That's unheard of. I don't even know if he got the flip reset, but I mean, maybe he did, maybe he did. Regardless.
He did.
No, he did. Okay.
That was crazy.
Props to him, man.
I didn't expect it at all.
That's so stupid,
man.
Dude. But anywho, and right again, Weevil putting in the back of the net, and I don't want to say my prediction's gonna be wrong, but based off the looks of it, my prediction might be wrong.
Maybe. It might not be 5 games. It might be 3.
Yeah.
Just from game 1 alone, though. So, hey, we can't be too sure about that, because sometimes game 1 is a little bit misleading on how the series goes. But at the same time, I mean, I think anything happens in Rocket League. And after you get a feel for a team, I mean, it starts to get a little bit easier as the games go on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess I kind of maybe jumped the gun a little bit early here. And oh my god, what a reset by Risser! Oh my, dude, this Cook team is definitely cooking with gas burners here.
Glass?
Yeah. They got all gas burners on high, dude.
Man, oh my goodness, what a flip reset by Risser. I did not expect the power there at all. It was just a nice little scoop, and it was just perfectly placed for them. Weevil, no boost as Eric. Oh, I guess Swamp Donkey. I should just say Swamp Donkey, honestly.
Yes, you should.
I don't even
How
know.
dare
I might slip up, but Swamp Donkey might be able to get the aerial play here, as a Risser might be able to cut off of the wall, controlled, trying to get another flip reset goal, but they were able to save that this time. Penn with, I think that's 4 goals now. They have a ton of goals here because of the pressure that they've been putting up, and I mean they're still going in. So it's just been rough here for this team here in this first game.
Yeah, for sure. As you see, Cooked experiencing some offensive pressure from Kawhi Leonard for the first time in a millennia. Risser gets the demo on one. Penn gets faked by Swamp Donkey. Shavin is with boost. Ren tries to take over. Doesn't quite get the 50 the right direction. And oh my god, Weevil is up. Putting him up 6-0. And honestly, if you're Kawhi Leonard, I wouldn't score, because then you're in Brazil territory.
What a shot from Weevil, seeing that Shavin was right in front of him. He's like, I'm just going to put it under you. And there's nothing you can do about it. That was just a great placement there for Weevil. And 6-0 is rough. It's a rough start for a team, for any team. Oh, what a bump from Risser there. 15 seconds left. Red might be able to get a shot off and trying to get a goal for their team. As Shavin trying to collect it over, but Risser's getting the 50 off. 5 seconds left. 4 in the air, maybe. Weevil hit it over towards the mid as Ren not getting the best controlled touch there. Still in the air, up high as Risser popping it over to Weevil, maybe getting the read.
Oh my god, do it.
Maybe.
Oh! Weevil, you sold! What are you doing?
I was almost Clip City there. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at, oh my goodness. I just saw the cams, the reaction. Oh man. What a start from Cooked. I mean, 6-0 is, it's a statement.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. No, for sure. I didn't think it was going to be nearly this one-sided, but, you know, maybe they're coming to prove me wrong. I don't know. But regardless, Risser going crazy with 7 shots, 2 goals, 3 assists. What a stat line to have for him. And, I mean, just very good positioning by Cooked, able to maintain that offensive pressure pretty much the whole game, really making Kawhi Leonard struggle for everything. And it looked like Ren maybe left for a second, but it looks like he's back. Maybe it was maybe we're gonna see a little car switch. Yep. He said it's the car that made him bad. So we're gonna see him peaking now. Hopefully we'll make this maybe a game 5 type of thing here. But yeah, we're gonna get this second game started here. What were you gonna say?
There's something that you didn't mention. The difference between shots on the two teams. It was 17-1.
Are you serious?
17 shots to 1. I think that's one of the biggest differentials I've seen. Honestly.
I think that is the biggest difference that I've seen. And yeah, I mean that perfectly explains the scores. You see Shavin trying to get an early lead here. What a save by Risser. I was about to say they're about to, you know, ball out here. Maybe it wasn't Ren, but maybe the Ren car change really changed the whole team dynamic. There's a pretty good save here coming out from Weevil off of a double shot here coming out from Ren and Shavin. God, names are hard. Ren, Penn, and Shavin. But yeah, I think they've already tripled their shot count in this game so far. It's only been 30 seconds.
I mean, I guess they did. Yeah. Yeah, it is 3 shots.
Yep. Yep. Oh!
Oh, what a fake from Risser and the 50. Oh man, what a just the mind games here.
Oh my god.
Man, Shavin wasn't able to get the first 50 and Risser just there and loud and proud was saying, you can't outplay me, man.
I was gonna say Risser just great I was gonna say something. Great possession, Great possession there, just, you know, waiting, not going to try to force anything, gets the defense to jump early, and obviously that leads to a goal. Here's the crossbar ding coming out from Penn. Unfortunate. Dude, I get so hyped every time I hear that. Obviously, if it's on my team and I hear that, I'm not going to be a huge fan, but if it's another team or, you know, I'm streaming, I'm gonna enjoy that. But we see Kawhi Leonard getting some offensive pressure here a little bit. Penn is up. Looks like he's on the blue team with that decal here. Risser is going to get his butt snipped here. And oh my god, almost a weight room attempt here. Weevil is on the ball, picks up the corner boost. And yeah, I'm sorry.
Some of your call-outs are just...
Fire, dude?
They're fire. They're fire. Great call-outs, but back and forth here. Ren needing to get past Swamp Donkey, getting the 50, but it's still going towards Cook's side. Shavin getting a nice little touch, but Risser might be able to counter this. Getting another controlled touch, maybe getting an air dribble. Got the flip reset over to Swamp Donkey, but just a little too slow. And Kawhi Leonard trying to get a scoring opportunity here. Penn almost getting the shot off, but Swamp Donkey able to cut him off. Into the corner, Ren not able to get the touch they wanted, as Risser might be able to get a nice little flick, but had no boost for it, and is floating over towards Weevil. Weevil getting a nice shot, but it was just a little too slow for them.
Indeed. Penn waiting below the ball here. Swamp Donkey is up early. Weevil there for a pass. Risser looked like if he maybe maintained that, he would have had a crazy double read off the clear there, but Shavin takes over with low boost. Swamp Donkey is back. Shavin does try to get the 50. Doesn't quite get it though. Ren is back. Gonna try to take his time here on the car change to the Octane. With the, you know, with the old Canada decal. Anyway, stays on the ball here.
Canada.
Old Canada. Minnesota. It's like Minnesota Part 2, but Ren is back, able to get the save here. Shavin is on the ball, tries to get a pass up to his teammate here, doesn't quite get it. Risser, pass over to Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey doesn't quite get up in time, and Risser is demoed for his efforts.
Little soft shot over towards Kawhi Leonard. Oh my goodness, the Pepsi's hitting me now. Ugh. Anyways, a little demo coming from Shavin as it pops over towards his own side. Little floaty over back to the corner.
It's a floater.
It's just staying right in the corner. Maybe they're able to read this. Risser almost getting the triple tap. But was just a little bit unfortunate on that second touch. Floating straight up, and it's just demo derby here. It's just blowing up all over the place.
Jesus.
Look at this, another demo coming from Swamp Donkey. A little pinch going towards Weevil, but he could read that.
I don't know who started it, but my god, these teams are just, you know, if you're gonna get rid of my teammate, I'm getting rid of yours. It's been back and forth with demos like crazy. Risser is on the ball. Penn with a great backboard touch here, booming it back over to cooked half. See Weevil on the ball. Swamp Donkey, good rotation around back post here. Weevil tactical fake on Penn here. Risser takes over. Swamp Donkey getting Penn to just ride all over him. I'm sorry.
No. Wow.
Swamp Donkey is back. Picks up the boost. I almost just choked on my own self anyway. Weevil is up early.
Stop with these calls, man.
No, they have to happen. They're mandatory, but 30 seconds left. Weevil tries to get a side raw weed here and doesn't quite get the touch.
Oh, man. Ren with no boost, getting the 50 over towards Penn. Penn able to get the open net. Swamp Donkey not fast enough for the save. And Ren to Penn. What a beautiful shot. And a little bit of, I guess just rhyming. Ren Penn.
Ren to Penn. Diggy Dock Den. I was the knight in shining armor. Anyway, 10 seconds left here. We have tied 1-1. Penn is taking it off the corner here. Little bump here on from Weevil on two of the Kawhi Leonard members. Little flick around one here. Time hits 0, tied 1-1. Are we going to have overtime? Penn with a great touch here. Weevil is up early, hot up the ceiling. Can Shavin capitalize on this little mistouch here? But isn't quite able to get back to the ball in time. So we go to overtime in game 2.
Overtime here, all on the right side. And not getting the touch. Eric, where he's comfortable most in the ground plays, but with no boost. Weevil may be able to cut off Ren as it's floating over towards Penn. Onto the right side and going straight down. Is anybody able to read it? Risser there. not getting the greatest shot, and Penn popping it around him as Weevil's there to cut him off. Cooked just being the pressure team that they are. I didn't really know what to say there, but it's going back over towards their side as Ren might be able to catch this. Shavin cutting off Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey with no boost here as Shavin took that the entire boost pad. Back over towards their half. Penn not getting the best touch. I guess it's still in their corner. Risser might bump, but Shavin is able to get around, and it's safe in their corner again.
Yeah, great play by Risser there, trying to go for a bump on Shavin. Unfortunately, Shavin was able to kind of read it there. There's she a little weird 50 here, popping straight up. Risser with low boost does get up, able to get the kind of clear here. Shavin takes the quick turn, tries to get something back over here. And looks like Cooked has very low boost on their entire team here. Shavin does have full boost, and he is up early. Ren is on the ball, and what a great shot by him. But it looked like Risser had a even greater save here. Risser up early. Does he have the reset? Doesn't quite have the reset. Shavin is back. Just going to clear over to the right side here. Swamp Donkey gets the 50. Weevil is back. No boost here. Bangs it up, though. Penn is up. Passes over to Ren, who maybe was there for a pass or not, but he was there. Anyway, a shot on bottom left, and Pulse Ren, a.k.a. Happy Smiley Face, wins it in overtime.
Just like I was saying before, that game one doesn't always tell the full story. As game two here, they were able to hold out and win their second game. Not their second game, but the second game of the series, and they're tied 1-1 here with a clutch goal from Ren. Beautiful game here.
I'm yawning. Sorry, the game wasn't boring. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, great performance by Kawhi Leonard. Way to turn it around, especially after getting scored on 6-0. Like 6 unanswered goals in one game is definitely a vibe killer, but obviously it didn't affect them that much. They just said GG, go next. Able to get with a clean slate here, and pretty well-rounded stats for the entirety of Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, Penn and Shavin really close here, but Ren kind of leading this league, or not leading this league here, but with obviously the most. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but obviously leading his team here. 6-18 score, 1 goal, 1 assist. Just very well-rounded shots here, and Risser kind of taking that lead role for Cooked. And I feel like if their second and third man can kind of step up, maybe a tiny little bit, they're going to be much better off.
It
looks like
left the match here.
I do see that. I don't know what he's doing.
Maybe it's another card change. I'm not completely sure.
I do not know.
But obviously that game was a lot better for Kawhi Leonard, and the shot differential was in their favor this time with 11 to 8 shots. So much better from them, and I mean, it was just a better game.
Yeah. No, I mean, shots are definitely going to be a huge difference, especially when you're getting outshot 17-1. You're not going to win games like that, and obviously Kawhi Leonard was able to kind of turn that around, not really take that to heart at all. But it looks like Eric is back in here, so we're going to get this game number 3 on the road here, and hopefully that Kawhi Leonard can kind of keep this heat rolling here, and we see like a quadruple fake or something here, and Shavin with the early flick puts them up 1-0 in 2 seconds. I mean, good momentum for them.
Fake. Let's see this fake. Oh man, that was a triple fake, and Shavin was just able to get the flick off, and Risser not there. Beautifully executed, if I do say so myself. I did not expect the triple fake though.
No, that's definitely a way of all time to start a game number 3 here. Anywho, Risser taking possession here, tries to get a clear ball over to the other side here. He does. What a good shot! But they did have 2 defenders there, Penn and Ren, with the goal line save here. Shavin stays on the ball. Nice little recovery from him. Swamp Donkey is on. Penn makes a quick cut. Doesn't quite get the touch that he wants. Eric gets a back pass to Risser. Risser goes up. Very dangerous in the air. Tries to get a read around Ren, but Ren plays the high ball and able to deflect it down here. Swamp Donkey with a super calculated fake here, landing on his back. How awesome from him. Weevil trying to get a little center ball. Shavin meets him on the wall, takes possession. Swamp Donkey trying to get a 50 with Shavin. Gets the 50, but goes in Shavin's favor. See Risser up early. Penn up. Tries to get a
Ooh,
50,
wow.
gets a little double 50 or something there. And Risser and Cook team is getting really good pressure, and Weeble takes a quick cut and puts it in, giving them the tie.
Super awkward there for the defense of Kawhi Leonard, as it was just floating over to the goal, and nobody was able to be there. And Weeble, oh my goodness, I said Weeble. Oh my goodness.
Weeble.
But Weeble able to read it and just calmly put it in. I was going to say that it was a lot less panicky these last few games for Kawhi Leonard. But obviously that felt a lot more panicky right towards the end. But still a little bit more control than that first game.
Yeah, indeed. And obviously, you know, quick back-to-back scores here starting off this game here. Risser trying to get a flip reset. I don't know if he got the reset, but he was able to get a little bit of something here. It looked like Ren was going for a little pinch here. Deflected back over to the back corner. Penn tries to take over, gets a missed touch. Swamp Donkey trying to get a fake on Penn. Doesn't quite get it before he's bumped away. Cleared back over to Cooked half. Risser on the sidewall. Swamp Donkey takes over with full boost. Tries to get a pass center. Risser is there. Can he get it around one? He can, but Pulse Ren, I don't know why I keep saying Pulse Ren, but is back to make the save here. That was a very good play by Risser. But Risser, I don't care about your elbow.
That being so whiny.
Nope.
But going back and forth, Red almost able to get a play off of here for the team. And getting the read off. Not able to get the best touch there as Risser able to cut him off. Penn might be able to get the redirect. Oh, I was expecting it so hard there. Penn over towards the middle. Almost got a nice shot that nobody was able to save. But it was just a little bit over and almost got the ping. Penn getting another touch here with no boost left. Weevil cutting off. Pulse Red up and away as Risser cut him off. Penn trying to cut him around, but it just gets cut off by Swamp Donkey here in this game.
Yeah, Swamp Donkey stays kind of home. Ren is able to get the 50, bumps Swamp Donkey to Narnia. You see Risser trying to get a shot on here. Penn gets a 50 with Weeble. Weeble, I guess it just kind of goes straight up. But Swamp Donkey does beat Shavin to the ball. It is just Ren back. Is anybody here to capitalize off the open net? And Risser with the laser of a shot, giving him the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, it was just floating straight over. And Risser there to clean it up and able to put it right over Pulse Ren's head. And able to get the lead here in Game 3 if we're cooked. This is looking a lot better for the series for them as they were ahead. You always want to be ahead in these games, you know what I mean? If you're ahead, you're winning.
Yes, duh.
Duh.
Anyway, Swamp Donkey with no boost. Trying to get something going here. Weevil takes over. Penn gets a nice little 50. Swamp has boost. Now pass it to Risser. Oh my god, what a crazy shot attempt by Risser. Doesn't quite able to... But Risser takes over again here. Open, almost open net. Penn is back. Risser, great shot off the crossbar. Bing! Bing! Make the sound for the crossbar here. Weevil tries to get a pass center here. Shavin takes over, gets a 50 with Swamp Donkey. Risser takes over, going off the ceiling here. Can he get the ground pinch? Not quite able to meet the ball on the ground in time. Weevil does get a 50. Is anybody there to capitalize off this potential open net? Not quite before it's cleared back over to Cooked half. And oh my god!
What a dookie!
What a
dookie of a lifetime from Pulse Red! Oh my goodness.
Dude.
Swamp Donkey wasn't able to see that. Didn't even know it was coming.
Oh, Canada, get the old dookie on Swamp Donkey. Hey. Serve him a bowl of hot dish with that to ease the feelings. Anyway, Risser on the ball. Off this kickoff here. I thought Ren was going to just obliterate whoever that was here. But Weevil tries to get a center pass here. Great read by Ren. And Swamp Donkey up early, tries to get a shot on. And Ren is just everywhere on this defense.
Yeah, trying to cut off everything. Doesn't want anything near the net. But right now it's going straight over towards the net and a little ping from Cooked. And they've gotten so many of those this game. They just weren't able to put it right on target as it floats over for Weevil. Penn able to cut him off.
Oh!
No! And no! It don't go from Risser. No, that's the second own goal we've seen.
That's so unfortunate. Just a little miscommunication. Swamp Donkey maybe messing up. I want to say that was Mitch there. Or maybe no, that was Risser. Messing him up.
Mitch?
Maybe
Mitch?
Weevil. I'm so bad at this whole Rocket League thing, dude. It's been a minute. It's been a week, okay? Anyway, can Cook kind of get something going here? Shavin tries to keep it up. Weevil. Oh, no! He had the chance, but wasn't quite able to keep it up in the air, and Kawhi Leonard takes a game number 3.
Oh, there's another leave here in this game.
Jesus, too many car changes.
It's the car. Yeah, honestly. I mean, sometimes the car is just like, it is the determining factor. You want that comfort. But yeah, this game was just, it was so back and forth throughout the entire thing. And then just the own goal was so unfortunate. Oh man. Anytime I see an own goal, I just feel for them because I've done that one too many times, honestly.
Yeah, and can we just say, Risser with 9 shots, Jesus, out shooting the entirety of Kawhi Leonard, and they still lost.
Yep.
That's very, very unfortunate for them. But
I mean, did you count the amount of times that you heard the ping? Ping, ping,
ping, ping, ping. I love that, dude. I love that update. Bring back trading Rocket League, please, I beg you. But regardless,
honestly,
I mean, very, very overall good performances by both these teams. But obviously, Kawhi Leonard just able to capitalize on the slightest little mistakes that Cooked was making. But we got game number 4 here. Cooked life is on the line in this series here. And Kawhi Leonard is looking very strong. Obviously, riding this wave here. Is anybody able to capitalize on this? Oh, shot on, not quite. And Penn's 50 very early here in this game number 4.
Are you good?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Like you're a little choked up right now.
It was like a gas bubble hit me right in the chest as I was talking.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't feel great. That's what I felt actually during the start of this series. I just felt a little burp coming through, and I was like, oh. Oh, Risser with no boost, able to pop it around. Weevil almost getting the read off as Shavin is cutting them off towards the right side. Almost ran, getting a pass over towards the middle. Shavin with no boost, still able to get nice contact on the ball. Everyone's getting jumbled up into the left corner. Oh my goodness, that was... I'm not gonna say that actually. That's not streamer appropriate.
What were you gonna say, huh?
If I do say nothing. No. Just move on. I will tell you later. I'll tell you when you're older. Don't worry.
Bro's definitely gonna say some racist something. Ban him! Anyway, so I'm talking.
Anyways.
Nice little flick. Why are we doing this, dude? What are we doing, dude? We're like half paying attention in this series, dude. I feel so bad. Anyway, nice little boom ball coming up from Ren, and oh my, dude, what is...
This is the story of the first series, remember?
Of course, yeah. Just back and forth.
After they score, just back and forth.
Cooked. You can't have a lead for more than 15 seconds. What is wrong with you? You have to extend it out. But anywho, nice little kickoff out here. 3:55 going. Shavin gets a fake around Swamp. Nice little flick around 2. Doesn't quite get it around that third man Risser here. The Swamp Donkey gets an early 50. Penn is on the ball. Doesn't quite get the touch here. He's on not that team. I don't know why he would have gotten a touch there. But anyway, Risser. Little game of tag. Chasey bally, whatever. Can he go for the reset here? Doesn't up. Oh my God! What a play by Risser.
You just don't know what he's gonna come up with. Look at that, the fake reset to pump it over. It's just slotted into the left corner. Nobody expected that. We all thought there was gonna be a flip reset.
Yeah,
he was like, I'm just popping it around.
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, is he gonna go for the reset? And then he didn't. I'm like, what is he doing? Not going for the reset? And then sure enough, just fakes it, gets a nice little kill ball right to the bottom left. Literally a perfect slot. But you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, almost a great 50 triple kaboom on the save here. Swamp Donkey up around 1. And Swamp Donkey plays up early, doesn't have enough beans to get to this ball here. Shavin tries to get a great touch, doesn't quite get the great touch, gets almost no touch. How dare him. Weevil gets a pinch off the sidewall. Ren takes over. Swamp Donkey is there, catching it. Can he get it around Shavin here? Shavin plays the high ball, gets a great 50 on Swamp Donkey, but not quite on target.
This defense coming from Kawhi Leonard here. They're not wanting Cook to get any possession whatsoever. Because if that happens, look at this. If Risser has the ball, it's always going to be dangerous.
That's
Maybe a
it.
little pinch. And Shavin getting the boost from, oh man, post red. Look at this. Man! That's the only way they were scoring that, is if Shavin got hit by Ren. And it worked out for them. And it just went straight in. And it's a tie game for them once again.
As Shavin said, yes! Love those new voice chats. But Weevil takes over, gets a straight pop up. Is he going to go for the reset here? I don't know if he got it, but he went for it. He tried. Swamp Donkey on the ball. Weevil gets a quick turn and gets a nice little 50 on here. Pen's going to take over. Risser gets a nice little 50 with Pen. Shavin takes over now. Weevil takes over now. There's not one single person maintaining possession here. And oh my god, just what an unfortunate read by the defense here. And who was that? Risser able to put him in, giving him the 1 goal lead.
Little fake coming from Weevil. I think Penn was expecting a double. And it just floated straight over towards Risser because no one was behind net. And it was an open goal, and they're up 3-2 now, trying to keep the series tied. They want to go to that game 5 here. Going back over towards the left corner. Risser clearing it out for his team, but with no boost. Nobody has boost on their team. It's all on Kawhi Leonard. As Shavin able to pop it around people. Nobody's touching that ball, except for the last second Risser. Pulse Ren trying to get it over towards the middle. Popping it around is Swamp Donkey with no boost again, not able to get another touch there for the team. Risser over towards the middle. Pulse ran over to the open net, maybe. As Risser putting it over towards the ping.
The ping.
I don't know if it pinged or not. I couldn't really hear it.
Should have. Should have. And oh my god.
Definitely.
Great follow by Ren. Just off of some defensive confusion here coming out from Cooked.
Oh my goodness. A nice little touch from Shavin and Ren. Oh, Weevil almost got the save there. He was just a little bit too far behind. That would have been insane. He was just perfectly in the right position when he was falling. But 3-3 here, minute left to go. Still anyone's game, as Kawhi Leonard wants to end this in this game, honestly. They want to be 3-1 here. And they want to show that the 1-2 record from before doesn't mean anything. They are here and ready to play.
You know, I could agree with there, Chulu, but typically if you know you're ahead in the series, you wanna get the win.
Hey! Sometimes you want the game 5 just to play a little bit longer, man. You know?
Yeah, sure. But anywho, Richard taking over. Swamp Donkey trying to get a touch here. Doesn't quite get the right read. Weevil is on the ball, gets a nice little touch around 2. Weevil is going to take a quick cut here. Just kidding, no he's not. Swamp bumped off the center boost here. Shavin takes over, tries to get a cut around 1. Weevil reads it perfectly. Penn on the ball. Risser is up with boost, but Ren looked like he was almost bumped up into that. I don't know how he got up so quick. What a great 50 by Penn. Is Shavin there to get it? Almost puts it in the back left corner. And we got another ball over. Ren seals the deal with 4 seconds left, giving them the 1-goal lead. Can Cook turn this around in time?
There were so many opportunities. I'm like, just go in, man. Just go in. And they were able to finish it off with 4 seconds remaining. Cook still could get a chance here. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swamp Donkey maybe getting the flick off. Almost ran. Oh no! Wasn't able to get it off the ramp. And Kawhi Leonard winning this in game 4. I told you they were winning. I told you they were winning.
Apparently, I'm off a little off of my predictions, but you know, can't complain. Like a little bit of spicy action here. Maybe not spicy. I said that wrong, but regardless, great performance by Kawhi Leonard coming back from a 6-0 loss that first game, and obviously Ren just going crazy. 3 goals, 5 shots. there's not a lot of stopping that. But I mean, Risser with 9 shots. He's been putting up crazy shots, but unfortunately they weren't able to adapt to that.
I mean, and with the amount of saves that Kawhi Leonard had, that just means that they weren't finishing their shots like at all. They weren't able to just put it in. And obviously, I don't know if they were exactly there, but
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, howdy, my fellow Kawhi member.
Howdy do.
Kawhi member Leonard's, Kawhi Leonard members. Coming off of this series, congratulations on the 3-1 win.
Thank you.
I guess we'll shoot it to the captain here. Give it to Ren. Looked like you were kind of going crazy, almost clashing with the other team's captain here. You guys were putting up some, just crazy points, and you guys are both very, very well known for your, mechanical skills, just what you're able to kind of do with the ball, just kind of make stuff happen. And I know that I think, Risser was putting up like 9+ shots every game. What was the idea in going into this series, just to kind of shut him down? Or was it just to kind of, play your guys' own game, see how you adapt, and kind of carry on?
Honestly, it's kind of like game one. We went in, just play our own game. And that didn't really work because they scored like 6 goals and we didn't score. So then we just like shut Rizzer down, and then that kind of worked.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, like, that coming off that first game, 6-0 loss. I guess, yeah, here, I'll shoot this one to Shavin. Obviously, like Ren had said, like, you guys lost 6-0 that first game, and I had you guys go into a game 5, and I had cooked winning just based off of, the games that were in the stats. But obviously, you guys were able to turn that around. Was that kind of like a change in mentality after that 6-0 game, or was that just like a feel-around game, just kind of like a clean slate, GG, go next?
Sort of the latter. We haven't really played together. We were all on vacation. I'm on 1 hour past month, so I didn't really expect us to have any like synergy coming into it. And then they rocked our butts for game 1. We just kind of put it out of sight, out of mind, and then we scored somehow a lot. And yeah,
Fair enough. Bean, you got any questions for these guys?
I'll shoot one over to the captain. Oh man, did I just like blank out on the question? Oh no, this is not good.
Can I ask a question?
But I mean, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah.
For the first time
Go
ever?
for it.
We have a team
For the first
asking
time ever.
so many questions?
Yeah.
I have a question
Go for
for
it.
Pendragon.
Yeah, what's up?
Moving from Div B 3rd pick to a Div A 3rd pick obviously is a heavy leap. And the competition has risen a lot since last season. How have you adjusted, and what is your kind of method and tactic to adapt as quick as possible?
Yeah, see here, I don't adapt. I just watch you guys play, and I knew that as long as Swamp Donkey was picked under me, I'd be fine. And it happened.
Dang,
So I'm feeling comfortable, feeling good. No, it definitely comes out like that first game. I think solid 3 out of their 6 goals were literally just me being garbanzo beans at the game as a whole. Moving into the rest of them, I tried to clean it up, tried to be more mindful, more demure, and it worked out. So
good answer.
Fair enough. That was so random. But Bean, yeah, you remember your question now?
No, I was like, I got so caught off guard right there. So it just everything went blank.
Jesus, dude. Well, shout out to Shavin. I think for the first time ever in Dcrl history that a team member has interviewed his own team.
You're welcome.
Props to you.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it so much, Shavin.
But
You're welcome.
Bean, I'll give you the 3rd time's the charm. Maybe you got something.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess that wraps it up for the, kind of interview. But I guess one more question. Okay. not DCRL or Rocket League related. So obviously everybody has temptations in their life, right? Whether that's, you know, a good old crisp Dr. Pepper, maybe Rocket League, maybe, you know, just chilling at home. What would tempt you the most? Would it be the classic cartoon little scent trail that grabs you by the nose and drags you towards the scent like a pie sitting in the windowsill? Or would it be a crisp, nice, freshly picked apple that may or may not be fake in the center of a dining room table?
Definitely the apple. Like,
what's the scent? The scent is of a pie?
You know, like the classic cartoon pie. It's like it grabs you by the nose and it like just like yeah.
Probably that one.
Just start
I think
floating over
that'd
towards
probably
it.
work on me.
Yes. Do you think that would work on you?
But it's like, I don't know. I'm picky. It has to be like made by someone that.
All right, we're losing
like,
viewers
knows how to
here.
make pie.
No way
My
anyone's
bad.
staying for this question.
Yeah. All right. Let me wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah. Well, again, congratulations, guys, on the 3-1s. On the 3-1 win here. Obviously, you know that'll boost the little stats there, and hope to see you guys on this winners interview in the future.
Solid.
Thank you so much.
Yup.
Shout out Dingle.
Shout out my girlfriend.
Anywho,
I just remembered the question.
Dude, here, ask. Why don't you ask all the viewers here? I'm joking. But anywho, that's a wrap on the second series of the night here. Kawhi Leonard versus Cooked. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard taking this series in a pretty dominant fashion. So props to them. Obviously, record doesn't always mean everything, as we have figured out sometimes the hard way. But yeah, anything else before we let you go and get a new caster in here, Chalupa?
Shout out to all the DCRL players, obviously. We couldn't have done it without you, honestly. All right, that's all.
I thought you were gonna get super sentimental there, dude.
No,
I was like, dang, bro, tearjerker.
I mean, literally, we couldn't have done it without them, because if we don't have the players, we're not casting.
That's fair. But anywho, we will be back after a slightly longer intermission. I don't think the stream is going to end. I know next game or next series is supposed to start at 10:30, so we got a tiny little bit long of a wait, but that's okay. It's Rocket League. We'll be back. So, and we got some Div B action rocking for this last series of the night. So stay tuned, get comfortable, get some snacks, go to the bathroom, and we will see you in a jiff.
TP.
All I seek to find is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my
What is crack-a-lackin' yet again, fellow DCRL members and those maybe not involved with DCRL? But welcome back. That was a bit of a long, lengthy intermission, but you know, it was just kind of awkward timing with the games. But we're gonna get this one show on the road in approximately 15 minutes. Starts at 10:30, so get ready for that. We got some Div B action. Straw Hats versus Goofy Goobers. And my print just finished. That's cool. But anywho, let's introduce my fellow co-caster here and my captain in DCRL. Shout out Fick of it, Baba Kanoosh. Kind of super dubs. How's it cruising?
It's cruising right along. I'm excited to cast this exciting Div B matchup. First one since the break, so looking to see what the competition looks like after break, and excited for hopefully an exciting series.
Honestly, yeah, for sure. And I guess before we get over to the stats, something happened during the intermission, something big, something powerful. Somebody by the name of iCosmic subbed to the channel for, looks like they've been subbed for 4 months now. So thank you very, very much, Cosmic. It's very greatly appreciated. Probably would have been a little bit more hype if it was, you know, everybody was here. But regardless, we appreciate it. Helping out on the back end of things helps us provide back to you guys. We can say it a million times. We'll say it a million more times. But, yeah. Help out all of us here. Actually, it'll be this direction. Over. No, I'm trying to figure out my fingers here. But it's somewhere over there. But yeah, the Epic Creator Code DCRL. Use that thing. Use that. All that jazz. Follow all the socials and stuff. And join the Discord. But we'll cover that more later. But without further ado, let's start looking at some stat-a-roonies here for both of these Division B teams. So again, like we said, Div B, we got Straw Hats and Goofy Goobers. Looks like they're both kind of sandwiching my team and kind of Super Dubs' team. Shout out Baba again. And shout out to Ethan for the sub. We really appreciate it, man. Shout out you. And I don't know, you'll have to ask him. But yeah, we got a little sandwich going on between Straw Hats and Goofy Goobers. But yeah, both very good teams. We have played both of them. We played Straw Hats our first ever matchup of the season. We went to a Game 5 with them. Very good challengers there. Very well-rounded team. Shout out to Yellow Dog, good friend of mine. And Paskey, and I mean really just everyone in Div B. They're all good friends, whether or not I know them or not. But regardless, Goofy Goobers, Straw Hats, and obviously Goofy Goobers just below us. Very close stats wise with each other. Obviously we see league leading stat here for shots on net from Goofy Goobers, which we got swept by them. They were playing out of their minds against us. I still can't get over that loss. That sucked a lot. But you know, you win some, you lose some. So what? But we also see some league leading stats in demos for Straw Hats. So definitely a very aggressive team. We actually scrimmed them yesterday, and we definitely saw that demo mentality coming out from them. So they're definitely a very demo-heavy team, obviously, because league leading stats. But other than that, these guys are both very well-rounded teams. We see a very close winning percentage. Within 8%, so I mean they're winning roughly the same amount of games. Shooting percentage is also there. Assist, I mean really everything is just kind of equal for both of these teams. And I don't know about you, Dubs, but there's nothing super duper stand out other than like really the demos and the shots.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got the team that's leading the league in demos and the team that doesn't get demoed a lot. And we know that Straw Hats loves to demo. They love to look for bumps. So we'll see if they can keep that up against a team that just does not get demoed because they play at such a fast pace and they do like to go try and steal boost. So it's gonna be a fun matchup to watch when we look at that. Other than that, though, goals are very similar per game. I mean, 0.2 we're talking about. Assists, I mean, it's kind of blurry on my screen, but we're looking at like 0.4. Shooting percentage is 4%. Like it's going to be like stats wise, it looks very similar. The only standout is that demos and demoed stat. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And obviously, there's both. One of them's league leading in the division. So, Obviously, going to be very, very standout. And like I had said earlier, shots with Goofy Goobers. Maybe Straw Hats will be able to kind of capitalize on those shots by demoing those main attackers here. But anywho, we're going to shoot over some more specific team stats here. We'll first cover Straw Hats. And by the way, both teams, I don't know if either of us mentioned this, but they're both 4-2. So exact same score. One person's going to go up, one person's going to go down. That'll be determined here shortly, obviously. But anywho, Straw Hats led by iCosmic, then followed by Yellow Dog, and then third man Pasky. Yellow Dog was a Div C member. He didn't do so hot last season. They kind of had a little bit of a run towards the end of the season, but then was drafted as a second man in this Div B area. So I mean, very, very mechanical player at times. He can definitely kind of turn it on. He can pull something crazy out of his behind, and you're like, where did that come from? But regardless, he is leading his team in goals with 1.08 goals a game. And I will say, there's nothing super aggressive with his play style. He's just very, very good with positioning and being that second man for those followed up missed shots, for those really just for those follow ups. And it might not seem like that just with like the shooting percentage, but I mean, shooting percentage with all these guys is very, very good still as well. I mean, Yellow Dog 37% shooting, Cosmic 29, Pasky 23. A little bit lower than the quarter percentage for Pasky, but I mean, regardless, you're still putting on just under a quarter of your shot. So I mean, you can't really complain about that. But other than that, we see iCosmic with 0.18 goals a game, a very good stat to have still. Obviously, just sometimes putting him in, and Yellow Dog able to follow up on maybe his missed shot attempts, but still very, very well-rounded stats. And then Pasky kind of down the line a little bit with 0.65 goals a game. Again, still a pretty decent stat. I would like to see him kind of get a little bit more engaged, maybe bump up those goals a game, be very, very involved with his team. But I mean, regardless, like I said, very, very well-rounded team here. And I will say, it's not league leading, but iCosmic 1.7 demos a game. And they're all above the 1 point, they're all getting at least one demo a game. So that is definitely that league leading stat that we can see there. Yeah, just very aggressive team.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Yellow Dog is playing that perfect 2 role, I feel like. I mean, he's able to follow up on shots. He's able to kind of open up space for his third man, getting good touches. He's leading the team in both goals and assists. So, I mean, he's playing that perfect 2-man role, and then Pasky being that third man, he's going to always be back for you, so you have that iCosmic Yellow Dog. They're able to play that such aggressive, demo-heavy 1-2 punch. And Yellow Dog, I mean, he just can't miss. He's putting up almost 3 shots a game and shooting at a 37% clip. So, he is the one that's getting demoed the most. I'm assuming that's just on rotation. He's trying to pick up boosts, so I'm not going to hold that against him too much. But he's playing that perfect 2-man, and then Pasky being that third man, he's going to always be back there. Maybe why he's not leading the team in most stats. I mean, saves, he's up near 1, but I mean, he is able to open up those opportunities for Yellow and Cosmic, and I have seen this multiple times. He does have that pop-off skill level with the mechs. So this is a very well-rounded team. They're all kind of getting into their roles very, very well, and they're entering mid-season in a very solid form.
Yeah, agreed. So anyway, enough of the glaze with them. We'll pop over to Goofy Goobers. And I'll let you kind of glaze these guys now here for a second.
Yeah, so these guys, they did 3-0 sweep us. That was a rough showing from us. I mean, they played really well. We also did beat ourselves with a lot of mistakes. But that being said, I mean, Skull leading in 2 stats in demos and shots per game. So he is peppering that net and finding demos on rotation, making defense uncomfortable. But he is not leading in goals on his team. So he is able to kind of open up a lot of space with the demos and keep up pressure. And Sleepy and Steve are just there to follow up extremely well. They do play at one of the, I think both Sleepy and Steve are top 10 in speed.
Yep.
So they play at an unbelievably fast pace for Div B. When they played against us, they didn't have any double commits. They have had problems with that in the past. So just if they're able to play at that speed and not double commit, they're going to be a really hard team to beat with one guy shooting over 1/3 and the other guy shooting at, a quarter percentage. So
yeah.
We do see a lot of demos across the board, and they do not get demoed. So it'll be interesting. We got a team, like I said before, we got a team that loves to demo, loves to play that bump game, kind of that Gen G play style, and then we've got a team that plays at a super fast pace and does not get demoed. So
yeah,
it'll be a very, very interesting play style difference.
Indeed.
For this game.
Yeah, no, I think you covered that very, very well. Obviously, their shooting percentages maybe a tiny smidge bit lower, but I mean, again, they're still. I want to say they were leading in shooting percentage. So although they're not like super crazy high, obviously they're able to put in the shots as a team. So you can't complain about that. And then, yeah, Skull getting the highest demos in the league. So, I mean, he is the gray skull of this division, I'd like to say, and then not only that, but being able to put up the most shots with over 3 shots a game, and their their captain and Steve are also right up next to that 3 shots a game. So you can't complain there. You can't complain at all. I think, never mind, I got those stats confused. But regardless, yeah, 3 shots pretty much for every single player on the team is insane. So a lot of offensive pressure there for this team. And like you had said, they swept us. They were playing like crazy. They were getting crazy reads. And they're also just coming off of a sweep too. So they're going to be out for blood for this one, especially since I think they're technically ranked 5th in the whole division. And actually, we'll shoot back to the regular division stats here. But yeah, no, they're ranked 5th. They have the same score as Straw Hats, or just slightly lower winning percentage. So they're definitely going to be coming pretty hard. Pause. In this series today, they're looking for blood. They're gonna try to just pummel this Straw Hats team. And I know Steve and Yellow Dog are both pretty good friends, so there's gonna be a friendly little beef there. So I'm excited to see here. But I guess as we're slowly gathering these guys, I haven't really looked in the party yet, but what is your prediction for this series?
This was hard. This is going to game 5. I don't think we see a sweep. I could bite my words there, but I do think we're going to game 5. And I'm going to, if they can keep up their play style and not kind of, how do I word this, and not kind of let the other team beat them. Because I do think that the super bump heavy, super demo heavy playstyle, if you're able to keep it up, it is so hard to beat that, especially when you're shooting at such a high clip. So I'm going to go with Straw Hats for my prediction in game 5. Okay. I do think that they're going to be able to kind of slow the game down, play at their own pace, and figure out how to keep those bumps and demos up. Right. But yeah, I'm going to go Straw Hats game 5.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of split on this one, but honestly, I'm going to have to go with Goofy Goobers on this one. I think they're going to take this one. I think it's also going to be game 5. It's going to be very close. But again, they're coming off of a 3-0 sweep, so they're coming for blood. And obviously, we've seen them. Their shooting percentages and shots on goal are both crazy. More specifically, their shots on goal obviously leading. So they're going to be doing whatever. And I want to say Straw Hats very, very good all around. But I will say they do tend to struggle a little bit when they get overwhelmed on defense. As a lot of teams do, but I feel like they just a tiny bit more struggle there, just a little bit slow, a little bit cluttered there. And obviously being able to put shots on the backboard, make them awkward, is going to be a killer for them in this series. So I'm going to have to say as well, I do think alike with the game 5, but I do think it'll go to Goofy Goobers in this one. And it looks like we have one team all ready to go. We are still waiting on the entirety of another team. I don't know what's all going on here. I don't even know if I have the right people at it. for some of these guys. We're going to hope that they get in here, start adding the entirety of one team because they're being silly goose. But regardless, we're gonna try to get this game rolling here as soon as we can. What's all going? Yeah, there we go. Yellow Dog finally joined the party, so he's hopefully gonna invite some other people. There we go. Cosmic's joining, and probably the other pass. There we go. There we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. But anywho, I believe these guys are going to be all ready to go. Make sure that everything is all in check, ready to go here for this last series. Again, Div B action, and yeah. I think predictions are now closed as well, so hopefully everybody got in. They were open for like a half hour, so yeah. Any final remarks before we get rolling here?
Oh, I'm excited. We have a split desk. We have I think I want to say the predictions were like 95% 5. I think it was like 7-2 in chat. So Goofy, or I think it was Straw Hats was the 95%. So chat seems to really think that Straw Hats are going to win, but we have a split desk. And that's all that matters,
Indeed.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Split desk rivalries go crazy. Anywho, game 1 is going to be kicking off here. Of course, you know it's going to be a little bit of scuff right off the bat here. I'm going to figure that out, and why don't you kind of talk about these guys while I get this stuff figured out.
Yeah, sure. We have already Goofy Goobers off to a hot start. As I immediately will bite my words as Skull gets a backflip, but time on the wall for Cosmic. He does have the mechanics to make space, but doesn't get shut down by Sleepy very quick. Skull up. We see an early whiff. Could be just a warm-up as Yellow Dog tries to control the ball at midfield, gets bumped off the ball as Skull hits it to the sidewall. Might be able to get a read. Does get it to the corner where Yellow Dog is waiting. Not able to get the boost though. That'll be huge. As now Cosmic not able to control that up the wall, and I mean, it's hard to keep up with these misses, guys. This is difficult. But here we see Cosmic with an early shot, double commit save out of Sleepy and Skull as this one kind of floats back mid. Yellow Dog patiently waiting, opts to leave it for Paskey, hits to the corner where Steve is. Gets a bump on Steve, not able to find that pass mid to Yellow. But Cosmic able to bump this high off the backboard, gonna barely miss high. And this goes into the blue corner.
Indeed, indeed. And oh my god, what a read by Yellow Dog. Just nice little, I don't even see what happened here. Maybe it was like a little pinch off the corner or something.
Yeah, just
just a nice little 50 with whatever, little crossbar ding, giving him the 1-0 lead.
But that ding is the best addition to Rocket League. I understand that they
quick thing.
into this update
RSC
with
Solar.
a couple mistakes.
RSC Solar, thank you for the raid of 42. Greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully the stream went well. Yeah, this is Dcrl. If you haven't been here before, stay tuned, stay joined. It's a lot of fun, and I didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry. You continue.
No, you're fine. That's a huge raid. But here we see Skull try to get a touch up to the wall, and he might be able to follow it. Gets a good 50 into the corner. Steals the boost and looks for a bump. Cosmic able to control this out by his teammates a little bit of time. Gets a good 52. But Paskey up to defend. Gets it off the backboard where Cosmic is waiting. Not able to quite find the touch, but Cosmic's able to follow it up.
Indeed, indeed. You see a nice little clear. Sleepy is there to kind of maintain this possession here, prevent that offensive pressure rolling. Steve tries to get a bump on one. Doesn't quite get it here. Skull is up early. Yellow Dog there for the potential clear from Skull here. Cosmic on the ball. Tactical fake here coming out from him. Steve gets a 50 with Paskey. Doesn't quite get it over. Yellow Dog able to get it back over towards Goofy Goober's net. Is anybody there to follow up? Not quite. Nobody quite able there. And we see an almost crazy shot on. But what a save by, I want to say that was Sleepy. Steve takes over. Skull gets a nice little backflip. Pops it straight up. Yellow Dog is there with low boost though. Not quite able to capitalize on that touch here. And Steve gets a nice little 50 popped up. Is that going to be in? Not quite. Paskey makes the save.
I don't think Goofy Goobers are quite warmed up yet. I don't know what their warm-up stitch was, but they're not quite playing at the pace that we're used to seeing them play at. That one's just kind of left mid, and Yellow Dog able to follow it up, and get a bounce shot into a goal.
Yes, nice little bounce shot. Always love those bouncers. Maybe there was a little bit of an open net attempt, so didn't necessarily need it, but they always get the defense kind of awkward here. And I will say it is a little bit unfortunate, but for some reason Steve's face cam isn't quite functioning right on whatever back end of things, so we can't see the awesome face paint, but hopefully they win. Hopefully we can see that face paint later on, but I'm really sorry, Steve, if you're watching this VOD. But regardless, Straw Hats up 2-0 with 1:45 left in this game. We got some Goofy Goobers offensive pressure rolling here. Steve gets a nice little demo on the goal line here on Paskey. Skull tries to get a center ball, and what a little lob shot coming out here from Skull, cutting the lead in half.
Three-pointer from behind the arc, fade away into the opposite team's bench. That was, I mean, no one was able to really put a hand up on that, and that just got a really nice bounce in off that far post.
Yeah, indeed. Oh my god, I'm so disappointed that Steve's cam isn't working on the thing, but anywho.
Hey, we saw it in the, what was it, the pregame video. It was nice. I'll give you your props, Steve.
Pretty good. He almost looks like a raccoon, kind of, but maybe that's not the look he's going for. But regardless, we have 1:15 left, roughly. Now we got it. Paskey is back. It's a nice little clear. Steve is there with boost to take over. Tries to get around Paskey. Paskey does make the cut with no boost. Does get the 50. Skull maybe trying to go for a read on Cosmic. Doesn't quite get it. Cosmic is up. Steve with a great shot on. Is anybody there to save it? And what a save coming out here from Cosmic right off the crossbar. Skull able to put one back on. I think that was Steve was in the back there. Not Steve. That's on the other team here. But 50 seconds left. We had some good offensive pressure rolling from Goofy Goobers. Can they kind of regroup here and put it into overtime?
I mean, the double dink holds true and does not go in. I mean, that's the I mean, Bears fans are going to be... Bears fans see that in their sleep.
PTSD.
Every single night they go to bed. But Sleepy carrying it up. Doesn't quite get the flip that he wants. Skull pops it up with full boost. Nobody is up challenging. Gets a touch to the backboard. No one's able to follow it. But Skull gets a pass mid. Steve was just awkward in that. Not able to get that. Not able to get out. But then, I mean, we're seeing a lot of offensive pressure come out, but no one's able to really follow it up and get these shots in.
Yes, indeed. As clock wind down here, we see a potential offensive push here for Goofy Goobers. Can they get something going? Sleepy with the shot on and top bins! 0-second goal, the second of the night, tying it up, sending it into overtime.
What an unfortunate backflip, but I think that was Paskey. Not able to quite get up to challenge it, gets the backflip, leaves an open shot, and what a slot by Sleepy there.
Yes, indeed. And I know it popped up a little bit earlier, but we have a new follower, Rain. Thanks for the follow, big man. We really appreciate it here. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of this hopefully entertaining series here tonight. But regardless, we have some nice little offense pressure cooking here for Goofy Goobers. And Humongous shouting out the old palindrome. Good stuff there. Nice little easy one. And another new follower, Moon Knight. Appreciate it, big man. Yellow Dog gets the clear over to Goofy Goobers half. Little misjump here coming out from Steve. Doesn't quite get the touch, though. Sleepy on the ball with low boost. Cosmic is there to get the 50. Skull is back, getting that away. And another new follower, that Boink. Or Boink, whatever it is. Thank you, big man. Really, really appreciate it here. Hopefully this overtime goes in your favor.
I mean, we're seeing the game's kind of stalled out in overtime. Both teams trying to kind of feel it out. We haven't really had any grade A opportunities as we see that one go just wide, but Sleepy, that boost is not going to spawn for him, and the Yellow Dog gets a shot on net. A little bit of a double committed net as Steve controls it out, gets a little bit of a 50 back to his corner, and Skull is able to get that out to relieve some pressure.
Yes, indeed. What a great touch here from Cosmic. Can he try to get the read here? Not quite. Steve is on the ball, gets a maybe calculated touch here. A dunk down from Paskey. Steve is on the ball with boost. Skull takes over. Gets it over to the orange corner here. iCosmic is back though to get the read here. Maybe Steve trying to get for a shot on. I thought Skull was going to go for a bump there. That would have been a great bump play on that last man here. Nice little 50 from Paskey. Skull is back. Gets the booming clear. Is it going to go hard down? It is. iCosmic doesn't quite get the read. Yellow Dog gets the fake here. Skull on the thing trying to get a double here. Doesn't quite get it. And Skull picks up the mid boost, rotating back, while Paskey tries to get some offensive pressure rolling here. And somebody almost went missing on the defensive line here for Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, both these teams are getting grade A opportunities, but they are not quite able to capitalize on them. And I mean, I haven't really seen them stick to, you know, the play style that we were talking about in pregame, where one team likes to play super fast paced, super like boost steal heavy, and the other team likes to play demo heavy. I mean, I don't know what the demos are right now, but the only one that I can remember was the one that led to that sleepy goal.
Yeah, no, indeed. I mean, both two very different play styles are clashing here, and obviously it's going to be a very, very good matchup as we are approaching the 2.5-minute overtime mark. And for some reason, I left the party. I don't know what happened there. But we have 2:45 now, getting close to that 3-minute mark. We see a Cosmic shot on attempt, and Skull makes the diving save, preventing them from getting stolen in overtime. And Skull turns back around and gets a nice save from Yellow Dog yet again here as we approach the 3-minute mark. Still tied at 2-2. Steve with a great redirect here, getting it back over to Straw Hats half. Cosmic trying to get a clear here around Sleepy. He does. Yellow Dog on the ball, goes for the double. Skull takes over.
Yeah, and we see a 2-on-1 maybe starting to form, but it was shut down quick by Yellow, and everybody's just kind of waiting back.
Oh no!
As this is just going to be an open net. That's how we end game 1.
I was going to say, I thought I saw what happened there. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the party here, but we can kind of see in the replay just a little miscommunication on Gooby Goober's half, not quite knowing who's going to go for the ball, and just unfortunate way to lose that 3+ minute overtime.
Yeah, I mean, both teams just kind of sat there and didn't really know who was going to go for it, and then, I mean, I don't know if Goofy Goobers thought that somebody was going to challenge that one mid, but nobody ended up doing it. Maybe a lack of communication there, but
I think Sleepy was on the mid boost and faked a turnaround or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but just, again, unfortunate.
Yeah, and I mean, we look at the stats here. Our shots are fairly even for the most part. What is that, 13 to 14? So
yeah,
both teams having ample opportunities. We see Paskey having 6 saves, so he's kind of carrying that end of things.
When you got time ready up.
I knew that. But I mean, it's only fair that one went to overtime. It does suck how it ended, though.
Yeah, no, those are always the slow burners, but hopefully Goopy Goobers can kind of turn it around here, not take that one too close to home, and you know, just kind of capitalize off of you know, I mean, we saw worse. I will say last series, I forgot who it was. I want to say it was Cooked 1-6-0 in the first game, and then they ended up turning it around the later half of the series and won 3 straight. So, you know, everything can always change. Shout out to Bean for, you know, saying that. But we see some potential early pressure here coming out from Goofy Goobers. But Straw Hats able to, you know, kind of keep that back on Goofy Goober's half here. After a decent clear from Straw Hats, Steve is up. He's the last man back. This is a bad touch by Steve. And off the crossbar, Paskey giving him the early lead.
I mean, just, what I want to say happened was I think that he thought it was going to hit ceiling, so he didn't play it super high. And it just barely didn't hit the ceiling and it puts him into a super awkward spot. Almost don't want to hit that if you're him, but he does get it right back. So, ball don't lie, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, as unfortunate as it is from Straw Hats just to kind of give up that quick goal like that, it's almost deserved. I mean, maybe just an awkward touch from Steve. I know his capabilities. I know he doesn't usually play like that. So, I mean, it's a good little redemption goal. Little reset. It's like nobody ever scored. But, anywho,
yeah, that was Straw Hats saying that, you know what, Steve, we know you're better than that, so we're going to give you one back.
Indeed. We see a great shot attempt coming out here from Cosmic, trying to bump Skull on the inside of the net here. Paskey gets a nice little corner read. Oh my god, what a touch by Steve. I know it didn't seem like much, but oh my god, that was a great touch by Steve. Just great composure, getting it just off center. So that, you know, I think it was Cosmic was flying in there looking for that goal here. You see Cosmic demoing Steve on the back line here. Sleepy, a little bit awkward here, but Steve is able to spawn on the correct side here. Gets a nice little touch back over to Straw Hats half.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, ever since the 2 goals in the first, 30 seconds, they've started to kind of look for more passing plays, kind of slow it down. Both teams are making much smarter touches. And I mean, it's showing right now as Goofy Goobers is just not able to let the ball come out of the Straw Hats half. As we see one, I love that sound.
I love it too. It's just like I think Chalupa was saying earlier, how it shows just how close you were, even if you think it was close or not. I'm becoming more and more of a fan of it. Obviously not in my favor, but whenever another team does it, it's, you know, they suck. But not to bash anyone.
It makes the open nets that you miss just a little bit comical.
Oh! We see
you hear that and you just can't help but laugh, in my opinion.
It's like the unfortunate jingle bells. But anyway, Skull tries to get a 50 with Yellow Dog, both low boost. Paskey tries to beat Steve, who is low boost. And we see Cosmic with also low boost. Oh my god, what is going on with boost here? There's a boost depression going on here. Paskey fakes the up attempt. Cosmic is up on it with boost. Yellow Dog, it's a nice little pinch off the corner. A little bit of awkwardness from Goopy Goober's defense here. Steve makes a backwards lunging save with boost. Actually, never mind, he doesn't really have much for boost now, but Skull tries to get a challenge here. Cosmic, it's a nice little center pass, but Steve rotates around back, able to clear that one away.
I mean, it went from being in Straw Hats half for 2 minutes to now being in Goofy Goober's half for 2 minutes. Both teams are able to really keep up the pressure and maintain it, you know, for long periods of time, and it's giving up grade A opportunities for both teams. So this is very exciting Rocket League to watch.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like, I will say, a lot of times when it's stuff like this, when it's a lot of kind of back and forth, you don't really see many offensive pressures, just kind of big boomer ball. But I'm seeing really good offensive pressures coming up from both teams. As much as it seems like it's a back and forth, they're making very, very good capitalization. Just not quite able to put it in the back of the net, though. But regardless, we have a minute 30 left, tied at 1-1, and looking like Goopy Goobers are starting to get a little more offensive pressure here.
Yeah, and Skull almost single-handedly scored that goal. He had made a great save, great 50, and then another great 50. And now we see Goofy Goobers try to hold up a little bit of pressure. This one's going to float mid up to the corner where I'm on Xbox, so I can't really see names, but Skull is waiting. Yellow Dog gets a touch. He's going to look for a 50, not able to quite get it. Paskey gets it around Steve. Does have a little bit of boost to follow it up. What a touch. Not able to find the demo or the bump on Skull, though, as Steve carries it to the corner. Going to sit high backboard. No boost, though, so kind of fakes out everybody and his team, and Yellow Dog reads it.
Yes, indeed. That's the classic Yellow Dog on this team here, just following up on those shot attempts here. And honestly, what a great read by Yellow. A little doinker, maybe got a little bit lucky with the hitbox here, but putting them up one goal here with 47 seconds left. We know Goofy Goobers can really turn up the heat here. Hopefully they can score one to at least send it to another overtime. We see Steve up early on this ball here. Tries to get a decent clear, doesn't quite get the right touch though. Sleepy on the Yellow Dog touch here. Yellow Dog almost fakes the flip on his own teammate here. Skull pops it straight up. Steve is on. Skull goes backward for the boost. Let's see if he can get something rolling here. Yellow Dog on the ball. Skull on the corner trying to get something rolling for Goopy Goobers.
Yeah, and Skull gets a nice 50 and is able to steal the boost, but nobody's quite there to follow up on that. But we see a nice save out of Sleepy, and then another nice save out of Skull too, as this one pops mid, but Cosmic is there to read it. Sleepy up, gonna get a touch around. Skull not able to quite find the 50 as 2 seconds, 1 second, the ball is still staying up. Sleepy gets a nice pop up. Skull beats Cosmic to the ball, but that one somehow does not hit the ground. Yellow able to get it around one. Skull's gonna need to make a touch here, and he does, but that one is going to hit the ground, and 2-0 in the series, Straw Hats.
Yes, indeed, and I will say, Straw Hats obviously putting up some very, very even pressure. Not one person is, really carrying this team, so to say. Obviously, it looks like Cosmic is, kind of leading with that saves category. And then Paskey is kind of everything offensive. Yellow Dog obviously being the great second man that he is. But I will say, Goofy Goobers, I don't know what their difference is, but I don't know if they're just taking last week to heart or what, but I know that they can play so much better just based off the series that they played against us. If they keep playing like they were against us, they would destroy in this division. But it looks like they just can't quite get anything rolling, and I hate to break it to them, but now you got a reverse sweep against a very, very good team.
I mean, we ended up reverse sweeping against them, so it is possible. But
no, we went back and forth. I do remember that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. We had to reverse sweep a couple of times now.
Yeah.
whether that was scrims or in
Oh yeah,
series,
scrimming
but
we reverse swept them, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the sweep from last series that is making them second guess challenges, or it's just, you know, Straw Hats playing at the top of their game right now. But I mean, they're getting pretty much outclassed in almost everything. I mean, they're not able to really capitalize on opportunities. They're having their chances, no doubt about it, but they're just not able to find the back of the net right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, and I was just gonna say, we heard 2 crossbar dinks in last game, and we just heard another one coming out for Goofy Goobers again here. So again, like you had said, they're getting the opportunities, and they're getting so close with these shots, but they're just a little bit wide on these attempts here. We see a nice little clear coming out from Yellow Dog. Yellow Dog still stays on the ball. Sleepy is on the backboard. You're grabbing the boost, tries to fake around Paskey, but Paskey does not fall for it. Skull on the ball with no boost. Yellow Dog does get a great 50 around him here. Tries to go for the center ball straight down, and what a touch by Steve.
Yeah, that was a really nice touch, as I think it was Cosmic was there waiting for that thing to drop down, so that was probably going to be a goal if he's not able to find it. And Cosmic just not able to get the reset off in time. I respect the effort going for it. But here we see Steve up, gets a nice little shot on just over, as this one's going to fall down in the corner. Sleepy gets a good 50, looks for the bump, not able to find it. Yellow Dog with a clear up to Paskey. Paskey hitting it off backboard, as that one is going to go dink in for Yellow Dog.
Yeah, unfortunately, as unfortunate it is for Goopy Goobers to hear their own dinks and not go in, and then all of a sudden Yellow Dog just pops one in on the very backside of the net, also dink, but his goes in. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. But Straw Hats with yet another lead in this series here. Goofy Goobers got to start turning it up here, got to start hitting the shots, and I know it might be a little bit hard to all of a sudden just start hitting them, but you're pretty much in desperation here. And as I'm saying that, Sleepy ties up the game.
Yeah, I think Sleepy right now is going to need to find that little extra gear as the captain and look to actually get these to go dink in instead of dink out. But no, Sleepy as a captain, he's got to find a way to kind of lock in and get his team and the morale back to what it was, you know, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, indeed. And I mean, I can say it a million times. I know the capabilities of this Straw Hats team, but I also know the capabilities of this Goofy Goobers team, and they can play out of their minds when needed. So hopefully they can kind of find that gear, find that offensive pressure, and find those shot attempts here. You see Cosmic with low boost, trying to get a shot on, or not Cosmic, I think it was Skull maybe with the try to attempt shot on Cosmic with the deflection. But Sleepy gets a nice little high touch here. Cosmic is off the backboard, gets a nice little read. Steve almost gets demoed here, but jumps last second here. And Cosmic is on the ball, tries to get a flick around one, does get around one, but Skull does stay home and is able to get the save.
Yeah, and we're seeing that this Straw Hats team, they're sending that two super hard 1-2 man, and that third man is just staying back, so they're not really getting counterattacked on, which I feel like this Goofy Goobers team kind of excels at.
Yeah, no, indeed. And I will say they did kind of miss an open net attempt there. Just wasn't quite able to put the shot on. And we see, oh my God, what a save coming out from Cosmic. Another open net potential there. Just Goofy Goobers not quite able to capitalize. But yeah, I mean, I will say they did earlier have a slight open net attempt here, but they just weren't able to put a sharp enough shot on to beat the defenders here. But Steve is up early. Can he get the shot on? And what a bump play by Sleepy, and what a read by Steve, able to give them the lead here.
That was a classic box out. I mean, bumped one, and then he boxed out under the rim there. I mean, He made such a good play. Got two people out of the play for Straw Hats, and that led to a wide open shot by Steve.
Yeah, no, those ones are always feel good, especially when you're on the losing side of things. But you know, you still got a lot of game left if you're Goofy Goobers, so you can't let this lead get too into your head. Obviously, you have a tiny bit of a cushion here, but we see almost a great clear goal coming out from Goofy Goobers. Looked like Paskey was almost demoed, and what a touch! And crossbar, but Steve is there for the follow-up. I was about to say, that was almost so unfortunate, but luckily they had that close second man.
saw Paskey go up and he said, I see your no boost and I raise you a challenge. He went up there without a fear in the world that he was going to get beat. And it worked out perfectly for Goofy Goobers.
I was gonna say, sometimes confidence is all you need. Even if you're gonna go for a challenge, you don't think you can get there. If you can make the opposing team think that you have a touch, they might mess up there. So it's always worth it. Just playing confident is always the best way to go. Obviously, still play smart, but play confident. Anywho, minute left in the game here. Goofy Goobers up by 2. Looks like they have a little bit of offensive pressure here. Sleepy trying to get a center ball here. Cosmic in the net is able to clear it away. And looks like Goofy Goobers are really starting to turn it up here.
Yeah, they are. We're seeing a lot less double commits, a lot better 50s coming out of them. And at least one guy is staying home in net, which is what you want to see. Especially when you have a 2-goal lead. You don't want to get too cute. But, I mean, as I say it, there's a double commit. I'm not going to talk too much about it. But you don't want to get too cute when you have a 2-goal lead. You might want to think about sending one guy and having 2 guys kind of, stay passive. But, I mean, you really just want that first man to buy time. And, I mean, these are precious seconds coming off the clock right now.
Yes, indeed. You see 10 seconds left here, still up by 2. Straw Hats are going to need to make something happen right now if they want to get going. But it looks like Goofy Goobers offensive pressure here, and they're going to get one for the road, sealing the deal in this game 3. They aren't out yet.
I mean, Yellow Dog with a oop to Braun there. I mean, he put that on a T for Steve, and Paskey not able to quite read it. But, I mean, I think it's safe to say that this one's over and we're heading to game 4.
Yep. Yeah. Almost a goal on the road for Straw Hats, but, I mean, great turnaround coming out from Goofy Goobers. Able to take at least 1 in the series. Who knows where it'll go? I'm really still hoping that it'll go game 5, because that'll, save my predictions for the night. But great presence here coming out from Steve. 3 goals, 5 shots. Shooting, what is that, 60% from the field here, whatever you want to consider the field. Great presence from him being a third man here. And really good turnaround coming out from Goofy Goobers. And I will say, Straw Hats, Paskey looking a little bit on the light side points-wise, but, maybe it was just an off game for him. Maybe he can turn it around this next game, but this is looking like good momentum for Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, one person that I saw that really stepped up there was Skull. I mean, Sleepy got the ball rolling, and he was able to kind of gain that momentum for his team, but Skull was able to play lights out that game. I mean, he was challenging and up quick on everything. I mean, he was almost the sole reason that they won that game. I mean, hats off to him. We'll see if it can carry into game 4 here, but yeah, he played unbelievably well that game.
Yeah, no, for sure. As you see 2 whiffs coming out from Straw Hats very early on here. Cosmic sitting there on the corner. Paskey is the only man back here. Can Sleepy get something rolling here? This is going to be hard off the ceiling. Is anybody there to capitalize? Skull is, but he's 50'd away by Yellow Dog. Great 50 by him. Paskey tries to go for a 50 on Steve. He does. Is this going to pop straight down? Not quite. Double commit coming out here from Goofy Goobers. But Sleepy is able to make the great touch over here. And somebody is up. Skull makes it a good read. And Steve is there to follow up. And bingo, bango, bongo. First lead of this, or I should say starting lead for Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, I mean, Skull probably called him off, said that I can get to this ball first. Because I saw Steve, he had his eyes set on the ball when that thing was rolling down. But he took the patience to kind of sit back, wait for that touch, and if there was a save, he was just going to be right on it for a free tap-in.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, as much as I, oh, never mind. I mean, actually, I was going to say something along those lines. Great passive play by Paskey here. Maybe cut a little bit early on the rotation, but was there to follow up here, tying the game.
Yeah, we do see a dreaded ghost touch, but I think it was Skull that went up on that. There was a ghost touch up above the net, but we're not gonna talk about it. Ball don't lie, I guess. Yep. As Cosmic able to read a triple tap from Sleepy, as Yellow Dog finding a much needed touch, as this one gets 50'd by Steve. Not able to quite find the angle as Cosmic's able to 52 guys, and now you got a 3v1 coming back, but Steve able to relieve some of that pressure as this one's going to float mid to waiting Paskey that has no boost. Skull up, Gets a decent first touch that's going to come straight down. Looks for the demo, gets it. As this one again is going to go straight up. Steve with a nice touch as we see two guys go. This one's going to bounce back up mid. Skull with a nice shot and not able to get up to it in time. And we are up 2-0 if you're a Goofy Goobers fan.
Yes, indeed. You see Skull just nice laser shot right over the last man here, catching iCosmic, maybe a little bit off guard. Nobody else there to help him out here. But good positioning coming out from Goofy Goobers. Really turning on that switch of scoring here. Obviously, kind of in a very last minute type thing here when they really needed it. But, you know, at least they got it going at some point. We see, obviously, Goofy Goobers up 1. Yellow Dog is up early, trying to get a 50 around 1. Skull bangs it over to the other side here. Pasky looking a little awkward here. Fakes the touch around, and Yellow Dog takes over with no boost.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Goofy Goobers that we've seen in the past, where they are playing at an unreal pace, but they got caught out there a little bit.
Yeah,
I think one guy ended up getting, I think Yellow got demoed on the way back, but, or no, Yellow demoed.
Yeah,
I don't know. Somehow that net was wide open.
I was gonna say it looked like on the right side there, at mid boost area, there was a little bit of miscommunication.
But this is the Goofy Goobers that we've seen in the past, where they are playing at an unbelievably fast pace. They aren't double committing too much, but this one is a shot up. A little bit of a fake chow by Pasky. Cosmic does end up getting the boost. Yellow Dog gets a 50 around 1. Steve, no boost, as he might be able to get a double here, and he does. What a shot by Cosmic.
So you could see him in the cams, just hands on the head, and I was like, oh my god, no way he's gonna do it. He had the boost to get back, get that nice little double bump off the wall, I want to say, and just great goal from him.
Yeah, I mean, that was, if you were seeing it on director mode, you knew that was going to be a goal as soon as that came off the backboard. I mean, a little bit of a miscommunication on who's going to be in net following that 50, but Straw Hats are going to capitalize on that 10 times out of 10. As we see Cosmic up early, Yellow Dog gets a 50 out towards mid, gets the big boost, looking to make a play of his own, as this one's going to come back out mid. Cosmic up waiting, not able to find the touch that he wants, and Sleepy is able to bang it out by a little bit of time for his team. Yellow Dog gets a clear out to mid. Pasky up, gets a big booming touch. No one's up. Cosmic goes, gets a touch off of the backboard, but no one's able to follow it up.
Yes, the Yellow Dog is last man back on a little bit of a 2v1 action here. Does maintain composure here. Steve is going to try to get a little something here. Yellow Dog rotating around back. Pasky trying to get something to the corner. Skull takes over though. Is this one going to be in? Yellow Dog gets a kind of dangerous touch here out in front of the goal line. We see a Yellow Dog Sleepy 50 here. Steve on the ball. Turns back. Skull is on. Cosmic gets a touch straight up here. Steve is going to take over. Trying to maintain possession. Almost tries to get it back right here. Is a little bit too wide though. Pasky on the wall. Gets it one touch. Can he make something out of it? Not quite here. Skull takes over. Gets a nice little 50 against Yellow, I want to say that is. iCosmic is back. Waiting for that Sleepy touch. And we see a little bit of back and forth here, but Goofy Goobers really trying to get something rolling here on offense.
Yeah, they really have not been able to capitalize on opportunities. And, I mean, all their shots have come from pretty much midfield since their second goal. So they're going to need to find a way to kind of pressure things as this one...
Oh, no! That's tough.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate. Yellow Dog just, I don't know if he thought that that was going to bounce out mid more, or if he could get a touch to the corner, but he ends up becoming a fourth member of Goofy Goobers for a second.
Yeah, no, that's...
tying this one up with under a minute left. I mean, that's a big goal for Goofy Goobers.
I was going to say, like, Goofy Goobers couldn't quite get much rolling here. You see, oh my god, Cosmic going crazy. Yellow Dog, you gotta give Cosmic a hug for that one.
Yeah. I mean, a great pop, but I don't understand why. Like the first man went up, got the challenge. Second, like the second and third man, like there was nobody there to follow it up. I don't know what exactly happened, but Skull gets a shot opportunity. This one's gonna come out mid to Sleepy, and he absolutely bangs that one home 10 times out of 10.
Yes, indeed. I will say, nice little placement here. Skull not quite getting their 50 that he wanted, but almost another little crossbar doink here. But great recovery from Goofy Goobers, giving up one own goal, and then all of a sudden coming right back. They're down one. 20 seconds left. This might be another overtime game here. Hopefully it's not a 3.5-minute one, but you know, I can't complain. Nice little content here, but this is the battle that we were expecting in this series.
And that one was an open net there for Yellow. I mean, there was nobody in net, and he sent that wide. But Cosmic up early to save that one. Steve might have an opportunity. No, Yellow shuts that down. Skull hits that one back in the mid, and that one's going to fall. You were right. We are going to another overtime.
Indeed. Overtime at a little bit higher score here. We got a 4-4 count for both these teams here. Steve gets a nice little banger here. Cosmic looked like he was driving backwards there for a second, but I was wrong here. Steve goes missing. Cosmic is on the ball. Is he going to get something going here? Goofy Goobers, I will say, are fighting for their lives here. And Straw Hats, what a great shot coming out here from Paskey. Skull tries to take over, tries to get a bump on Cosmic, but doesn't quite get it.
I was going to say, what a save by Skull. He was no boost on the backboard, and he was still able to find that save as Yellow almost 1v3s there. Not able to quite find it over the second guy. Steve, that mid boost is not going to spawn for him, but he's going to get a touch off the backboard. That one is awkward. Going to fall down to Paskey. Paskey finds a good touch up to Yellow. Yellow finds a shot on, and that is going to do it.
God, I mean, great game by both of these teams here. Yellow Dog just seeing the pass, able to read that sidewall bounce, and just unfortunate positioning for Goofy Goobers, allowing Straw Hats to get this win here. Props to Straw Hats for really sticking it out.
Yeah, I mean, game after game we saw Straw Hats being able to capitalize on the Goofy Goobers' mistakes. Like, I don't even want to go back and try to count how many times like I saw a shot go on and nobody was there to save it for Goofy Goobers. So I don't know if that was a comm issue or just a lack of rotation out of them, but I mean, they sure did struggle with keeping up with offensive pressure of Straw Hats.
Yeah, who knows exactly what happens, but we're gonna get these guys in here for a little winners interview. I don't know where, I don't know exactly where Yellow Dog. There he is. Hey,
it doesn't pull me over. I have to join manually.
Oh, that's
Console.
a little bit silly. Console issue. Yeah, I mean, congrats on the win, guys. A little 3-1 action against Goofy Goobers.
Yeah, 5-2.
I thought it was going to game 5, to be honest with you, but I guess I'll shoot this first question over here to Cosmic. You know, you did all right. You did all right. Coming in clutch a handful of times there. I know there was that goal that you had that flip reset crazy something towards the end there after the unfortunate Yellow Dog own goal. We're not going to talk about that.
Dude.
No,
We're not.
What own goal? What own goal?
But I mean, I don't remember exactly necessarily how you play, but I mean, what was kind of the idea going into this series, going up against a team who is very, very good when they're feeling themselves?
Well, honestly, I like to mix up, all right? I like to play a certain play style for God knows how many games, for how many time limits. And then when the moment arises, that's when I just kind of flip the switch. And that's how I get ya. That's how I get ya.
Arise. Yeah, solo leveling reference, by the way, for those who are unaware. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always good to be able to kind of just adapt to whatever team, whatever they're throwing at you. But I'll shoot this next one over to Yellow Dog here. I know I said I was gonna brush over it, but that last game, I remember me and kind of Super Dubs were just talking about whatever, and then all of a sudden, you know, you did your whole thing there, and we went silent.
What?
We went silent for a good 10 seconds, and we're like,
dude,
that is so unfortunate. And that was, I think that kind of gave them the lead. No, maybe it was a tie-up, but
momentum for sure.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, like, what was kind of the initial reaction after that happened, and did that kind of strike a nerve, like, oh my god, this is this could be over? Because that could have been a very, very detrimental goal for you guys.
I mean, it was definitely like surprising. Obviously, didn't mean to touch the ball in that way. But honestly, like the vibes were good after that. Like all the comments were just like, we're good. And, like we're still tied up. Like we weren't really too worried about it.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it would probably take a little bit more of a toll if it wasn't the tying goal. But yeah, I mean, good recovery from that. But yeah, Dubs, you got any questions for these guys?
This one, I guess, is going out to all three of them. Going into the series, you guys started out super hot. You guys kind of had a hiccup in Game 3, but what was without sharing too many of your secrets to fellow maybe Div B people, what was the kind of mindset going into it? What did you guys like try to shut down? I guess what was the mindset going into the series that caused you to come out with such a hot start?
I'll let Pasky take this one.
Yeah, you got it, Pasky.
Yeah, after that loss, main focus seemed to be just on the ball pressure, keeping possession out of their hands, kind of controlling the game more. Kind of got away from us in that third game that we lost, and look what happens.
Yeah. Also, if I might chime in here, just kind of we talked about ego challenging, just instantly challenging Sleepy, because if you give Sleepy time on the ball, like he's known for his speed, but he's also pretty damn mechy. So
yeah, Sleepy's
just kind
scary.
of challenging him.
It's terrifying. I see him go up in the air and I tremble.
For sure.
He's got aura for sure.
Oh yeah.
They do have two of the faster paced people in all of DCRL, so they are a fast team and they can kind of suffocate teams, but you guys really seemed to kind of negate all pressure that they had. So hats off to you guys, because that was impressive.
Thanks.
Yes, indeed. And before we send you guys off here, I got my one more question here. And so I know I don't know much about Pasky here, but I know we're a bunch of solo leveling guys here. For those that aren't aware, it is a show. Highly recommend watching. But we all know of the ability of the main character. If you were to be able to arise something, would you rather it be a really, really solid bologna sandwich? Or would you want it to be a super, super epic chainsaw flamethrower thing?
Does the bologna sandwich like regenerate with mana? Like, can I just infinitely eat it?
It regenerates, doesn't it?
Infinite food hack. Solve world hunger.
I might actually have to go with the bologna. Like, underrated. Like, you might think it's kind of dumb. Like, why would you pick that? But that could be like a lot of money and hella food. Bologna sandwich.
Bologna sandwich for Yellow Dog. Cosmic, you in the same boat?
I concur. Bologna sandwich.
Pasky, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
None.
Well, you have 2/3 of this team in agreement with the bologna sandwich, so I would maybe just roll with that. But regardless, great series from you guys. You guys played very, very well against another very dominant team here in Div B. And good luck the rest of the season. Hopefully you can kind of finish this later half of the season out strong, and hope to see you here again.
Appreciate. Can I say one quick thing before we head out here?
Show.
So next Friday, for all the NDSU DCRL peeps, I'll send out an announcement probably this weekend. But there's gonna be a lab night from 8 to 10, and then Denny's afterward. So any NDSU peeps in DCRL, we'd love to have you.
Not this Friday. Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Swag. Gotcha.
On the 28th.
Yeah, show up. They're fun. They're fun lab nights. Very, very occasional, but yes. But anywho,
super fun.
Good luck, guys, and hope to see you in the future.
Preach for streaming.
Yo. Anywho, while these guys leave the whole everything there, we're gonna kind of conclude this hopefully solid-ish stream. Cosmic, you got anything else to say before I kind of make the wrapping up things here?
There ain't no way you just called me Cosmic.
I don't know why I just called you Cosmic. I saw the K and I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry, my father.
Yeah, we're screwed.
kinda
Anyone
super
going
dubs.
up against us, we're so screwed this season now. All team morale's out the window. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean that was a super fun series to watch. We saw how Straw Hat's playstyle was able to kind of shut down Goofy Goober's playstyle, so that was super interesting. I'm happy that I got the prediction right.
Yeah, I went over
other than
3.
that though,
Tough.
fill out your brackets. March Madness starts tomorrow,
Yep.
so shout out that. I did put an announcement in the Discord if you guys want to join the Dcrl March Madness group. Just scroll up in general. Be fun to see what you guys pick for, the teams that you like. But other than that, use the code DCRL in the shop. If you make a bad decision, we're not going to condone the bad decisions. But if you do end up making the bad decisions, it helps us out a ton. Helps us pay for LAN, helps us do a bunch of stuff. So if you do make bad decisions, use code DCRL in the item shop. Other than that, though, I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, good stuff. And I mean, like you had said, use Epic code DCRL. Whether you're getting stuff with Fortnite, Rocket League, whatever, yada yada. Anything Epic, use that code. It helps us on the back end of things. Follow all the social medias: Instagram, Twitch, X, if you want to call it that, TikTok, YouTube. I think a lot of our VODs are going over to YouTube now, so that's where you can find those. And then obviously join the Discord. Great place to meet people, play stuff, whatever. Sixers is always fun. So anyway, I think this was a very good first stream back from break. I hope you guys all agree. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good night. And we will talk with you later.
Shout out ZFC.
Yes, sir.
Damn, GG's, guys.